to be on. Let's see.
Is there stuff there? Yeah.
I think it's on. It's on.
Hi guys!
Hey everybody, welcome to the last ever Twitch Shopping Network. So happy to see so many lovely, beautiful faces out there. Boy, oh boy, this has been quite an adventure. 1 year of almost monthly Twitch Shopping Networks. My goodness. Thank you, Allie, for the sub. Allie's a smart girl. You see, Allie just subscribed on Twitch, which means tonight she's going to be getting free shipping on all of her orders.
Right, because Allie lives in the U.S.
Yes, she does.
So if
Doxed.
I did, yeah. So if you live in the U.S. and you are a sub tonight, you're going to get free shipping on your order as long as it's over $10. So pretty good deal.
And speaking of orders, what are we even doing here?
All right, welcome to the Twitch Home Shopping Network. It's the only time that you, no matter where you live in the world, can order anything you want from our store here at Pink Gorilla Games.
That's right, Kelsey. Typically, Pink Gorilla Games likes to keep it local. We keep everything in the store. We really appreciate our locals who stop in every single day. They support us. They bring in trade-ins. They keep us alive. So we like to keep it here. But, you know, we have so many fans from all across the world who just are dying to get here. They just can't get here. So, sorry, there will be karaoke tonight. And we wanted to open it up to everyone. But honestly, this has just grown to be such an enormous spectacle. It's become very difficult to keep up with. So we've made the tough decision to call it quits after tonight. So, and we do have a big thank you present to go away with. So thank you, everyone who's ever ordered anything.
All right, guys, let's talk about how this works.
Yes. But I was going to say before you go, but don't fret. We will be doing future sale streams on the typical DS Koopa Twitch channel, so don't forget to follow. They just won't be this big thing we're doing here.
Sure,
know?
It won't be literally everything for sale. It'll be some stuff for sale.
Exactly. So, yeah, what are we doing here tonight, Kelsey?
So tonight, you can order anything you see here at the stores. Right now, we're at the International District Store. We've got a select amount of stuff that we're going to show off here, and then when we get over to the University District Store, literally everything is available for sale. Nothing is off limits. So, to get started, if you see anything you'd like tonight, you're going to have to whisper DS Koopa Checkout. They're going to be posting frequently in chat, just so you guys can see their name. Click on their name, whisper them, and let them know your email address. That is how we invoice you at the end.
That's right, Kelsey. As long as we got your email address, everything else is golden. You might have a lot of questions. I know this is a confusing process. If we have your email address, you just sit back, relax, and buy some games. Take it easy. You got it good. You got it golden. That is, of course, unless you don't like paying shipping. I hate paying shipping.
You hate paying shipping?
I think it's ridiculous. So I'd like to remind everyone, if you are subscribed like Graphic Michael just did, you will get free shipping if you live in the United States and if you are ordering more than $10 worth of stuff. Pretty easy. What is that, 2 keychains?
Yeah, 2
Not bad.
keychains, a Pink Gorilla shirt, even.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's very easy. So, folks, we're going to get things started. I'm going to head on over to the University District Store. Kelsey, I'm going to leave you here with lovely Kelsey, and she's going to show you some awesome select items from our International District Store.
All right, guys, so first things first, we're going to start with some of the keychains here that we have. All of our keychains come from Japan, and this is a really good time for me to remind all of you, there's a lot of really similar stuff around here. You might be seeing all of these really cute little Decora Japanese keychains here. Make sure when you whisper DS Koopa Checkout that you're being pretty specific with what you want. That way we know exactly what we can get you. Alright, let's get a close-up in on some of these right here. Now tonight, every single keychain that we have is going to be $5. These ones happen to already be $5, but a lot of our keychains actually are usually $6, sometimes $7. Remember, these are all imports, so they're all really, really cool, really special. They make really great Christmas gifts as we are, November 1st. It's now officially Christmas time, right? I really like the detail on all of these. You can, and I'm dropping them. Especially this little jelly one. You get a close-up of that. That's adorable. It's got stars in it. So again, if you guys see anything you like tonight, make sure you whisper DS Koopa Checkout, let them know your email address, and just make sure you're being pretty specific with what you want here. Alright, you guys have seen some cute stuff. Let's show you some video game stuff. You guys probably want to see that. Now check these out. Again, all the way from Japan. These are some really cute acrylic keychains. We have Saturn, Dreamcast, and Mega Drive keychains. The logos and also the systems themselves with the little controller. These normally go for $6. Tonight they're only $5 because we like you guys so much. Aren't these cute? I love these little logos. What better way to show that you like cool import games? Actually, you can't even tell with some of these. That's just, these are just the US logos as well. So, really only the Mega Drive one looks Japanese to me. Alright, I'm going to show off some other keychains here. We've got a whole lot of keychains to go through, so this is going to take a little bit. If you guys are just joining us, welcome to the Twitch Shopping Network, the very last one. To get started, just whisper DS Koopa checkout with your email address. They will take you all the rest of the way there. These are some of my favorite keychains. These are little bubble tea keychains. Now, if you have someone in your life that's really into bubble tea, if you live in the Pacific Northwest, or maybe just the West Coast in general especially, it seems to be really, really popular. But I love these because it's got the actual boba in there, it's actual liquid. These are only $5 tonight. Remember, when you're requesting these, when you when you message DS Koopa checkout, you're going to want to be specific because, oh boy, look, there's more. There's even more colors, so you want to make sure you're being specific with these when you let us know what you want. But look at all of these different flavors. I love them. These have ice in them, too. That's cool. All of these keychains tonight, again, only $5. I would not recommend eating these or drinking them. It's probably just colored water, but, you'd have to break it to find out, and you probably don't want to do that. All of these make really good gifts. Again, it is almost Christmas. November 1st means it's almost Christmas, right? That's how that works. Alright, let's show off some more cool stuff. Sorry that this is a little bit of an ordeal here. I'm trying to get them so that you can see them up close. Now here, we have a bunch of really cute Pokemon keychains. Again, all of these come straight from Japan. These are all only $5. Really nice merch you don't normally get to see in the US. We've got Poipole, which is a really hilarious name. We've got Togepi, Mew, Mewtwo. This is the best right here, Dragonite with
the follow-through. Alright, here it is for real this time, guys. That was a warm-up hit. Here we go. You guys alright? There it is. You guys okay? Whoops. The follow-through. Alright, here it is for real this time, guys. That was a warm-up hit. Here we go. You guys alright? There it is. You guys okay? Whoops. Here representing Pink Gorilla and Cheap Ass Gamer, I'm here to tell you all about Okami HD, Japan Import, Physical Edition, only $39.99 at pinkgorillagames.com. Now that's what I call, fuck, a flippin' good deal.
Says it's streaming.
Are we back?
I'm not sure.
Oh, we're back. Alright, great. Alright. Oh, boy. Cody's currently in the car right now. He is not going to be happy to hear that. Alright, don't tell him, guys. Don't tell him that happened. I actually have no idea what happened. Everything looked fine on our end. We just reset. So, anyways, for those of you just joining us, really, really sorry about the technical difficulties. Only 8 minutes in. That's probably a new record. Welcome to the Twitch Home Shopping Network. You can buy anything that we're showing off tonight, no matter where you live in the whole world. Just whisper DS Koopa checkout to get started. We're showing off some really cute Japanese keychains right now. Oh, Cody said he fixed it. I have no idea. I seriously have no idea what happened, Cody. I'm very sorry. We actually had... Everything looked normal.
I found this on the web for certain.
And my phone's going off. Alright, Cody's gonna kill me. I'm sorry, guys. Welcome to the Twitch Home Shopping Network. Showing off some Japanese keychains here. They are all only $5 tonight. I am going to show off some more keychains now. Oh my gosh, you know what? Let's see if we can just... Can you zoom in all the way down here on all of these Dragon Ball Z ones? Might be a little bit hard to see. I can start pulling them
glare
out.
From the...
You getting some glare?
Yeah.
Alright.
It's unfortunate, but the overhead is...
Alright, let's start pulling all of these Dragon Ball Z characters out. Now, this is where it is very important to be specific, because, gosh, we would love to be Dragon Ball Z experts, but only Eilorn is a Dragon Ball Z expert. So if you guys see any of these that you'd like, again, all of these coming straight from Japan. Really cool, really high quality figures here if you want to show off your Dragon Ball Z pride. I don't know if I'd call it pride. Whatever it is. All these are only $5. Just make sure you're being pretty specific with what you want when you whisper DS Koopa checkout. There's even more coming, guys, including like 3 flavors of Vegeta. Yeah, look at that. Look at all those. All of these keychains tonight, only $5. I guess these ones are normally only $5, but to make things easy for you guys tonight, all of our keychains are only going to be $5. A lot of times, we import all of these from Japan, so sometimes they are more like $6 or even $7, but tonight, we're just going to make it real easy. And again, if you guys haven't subscribed yet, if you subscribe to DS Koopa right now, and you live in the US, you're going to get free shipping on your order as long as it's over $10, which, that's just 2 of these keychains. Don't you got Christmas gifts to buy or something? Look at all of these. Wow. That's a whole lot of Dragon Ball Z characters. I can name, like, maybe 8 of them? I feel like that's pretty good. So if you guys are just joining us, make sure you whisper DS Koopa checkout to get started. You can buy anything we're showing off tonight. We're still just on the keychains right now. There's a whole lot more to show off. But there's also a lot of really cool keychains. So let's keep going with that. Alright, we got a couple more cute things. We do like video games and anime and stuff here, but we get all this stuff from Japan. There's sometimes some really cool stuff. Ooh, later Dragon Ball Z, guys. Look at that. That's just a whole pile of them. Alright, these are some of my favorites. These just came in from Japan just 2 days ago. Look at these things. They're like little snow cones. So cute. All of these are only $5 straight from Japan. They make great gifts. If you're interested in any of these, just make sure you whisper DS Koopa checkout with your email address to get started. We've got real people working behind there. If you don't hear back from them right away, just be patient. There's real people. They'll get to you. They'll see it. Alright, we're going to move on to some of the other keychains in the store here. I'm going to move this sign real quick. We have all kinds of just really cute stuff here. Look at all of these. Now, some of these larger plushies are normally $6 or even $7, but tonight they're going to be just $5. I'm a really big fan of these round birds. They make great gifts. There's a thing in Japan that a lot of people might not be super familiar with. In Japan, whenever you go somewhere, it's kind of customary to get your friends like a small gift, which is why they have all this really, tons and tons of gachapons, tons of tiny gifts. It's sort of like a thing that they do there is just you buy your friends tiny gifts pretty often as opposed to like, always waiting for the big holidays to get big gifts. So that's a thing that we try to replicate here. We are a Japan-inspired store here. We have a whole lot of really cute, just $4, $5, $6 keychains. So if, you're on vacation, you're just thinking about your friend, whatever, some cool stuff to show them. I want to point out these Pokemon keychains because these just came in, these little rubber ones. So we do have, again, I said earlier, you might want to be specific when you're asking for stuff. See, we do have 2 different Pikachu keychains. We've got the 3D one here, which is really nice, but we also have this kind of flat rubber one. So make sure you let us know which one of those you'd like. All of these just came in as well, just a couple days ago. They're really cute. Kind of a random assortment of Pokemon, but especially Combi. When are you going to see Combi merch again? It's a very, very odd choice, but it's also adorable. Alright, let's go up one more time on all of this stuff. We do have a whole lot of little animals here. The ostrich is adorable. Look at this hamster. How can you say no to that hamster? Only $5. And these cube dogs are great. Look how squishy they are. I know you guys can't feel them through the screen, but they feel great too. Alright, over on the other side here we have even more keychains, even more little animals. Some dogs, some more birds. We have all of the little zodiac animals as well. Whether you're year of the rabbit, year of the horse, year of the... This is a snake, by the way. It doesn't look like a snake. It looks kind of like a fat snowman or something, but, it's the circle version of a snake. How do you make a snake into a circle? I guess that's how you do it, so. Got some really cute little aquatic animals there. Again, all of these straight from Japan, only $5. Whisper DS Koopa checkout with your email address if you're interested in buying any of these tonight. We'll send you an invoice. Might take a little while to get to all of you. We are just real people doing the invoices behind the scenes, but if you see anything tonight, just whisper DS Koopa checkout and let them know what you'd like.
Yeah, I'm actually told that these weird little guys are tardigrades, as the Japanese refer to them as water angels.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. I had no idea what that was. Alright guys, you want to see something really cool? We've seen some keychains, maybe we'll go back to them in a minute, but I think it's time for the rare case here, so follow me. Tonight, we are opening up our rare case at the International District Store. You may buy anything in this case. So, oh my god. You're speeding through it. We'll go through once really quick and then we'll go through slowly so you guys can get a look at anything. Again, if there's anything that you see here tonight that you would like to purchase, no matter where in the world you are, just whisper DS Koopa checkout with your email address to get started. Make sure you're being pretty specific. Also, most of these are complete, but if you are someone that's like, I really only want this if it's got the manual, just let us know. It's no problem at all. We wouldn't want to disappoint you if, it's missing the manual or something along those lines. We do our best to try to mark when things are missing something significant, but sometimes things slip through the cracks, so it's always a good thing to know. And if this is your first Twitch shopping network, don't forget, if you live in the US, subscribe to DS Koopa right now, and you can get free shipping in the US as long as you purchase $10 or more. Obviously, everything in this rare case is going to be at least $10. Wouldn't really be rare if it was less than $10. All right, let's start all the way over here at the top here. We've got the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Special Edition. I love this game. This is a really great game. My bird actually pooped on my collector's edition for this box, so maybe I should pick this up, because this one doesn't have poop on it. Here's what it includes on the back. You don't need to have played the first Xenoblade Chronicles to enjoy this one. It's a really good game. Very big fan of this series. Alright, we can't forget Melee. Everyone's favorite. That's sure to sell tonight. We get asked for Super Smash Bros. Melee constantly. We honestly probably only have it in stock like 50% of the time because it just sells so quick. Mega Man X2. This one's thankfully gone down in price a little bit recently. I think it used to be a little over $100, but now it's kind of started to level off a little bit. Always good to have some cool Super Nintendo games in the store. This one actually just came in yesterday. This is Ys the Oath in, Felghana? Can never pronounce any of the names that they do in this. But this comes with a soundtrack and, this big fancy box. It's very nice. It's in pretty good shape here. There's a little bit of corner damage there, but otherwise in pretty great shape. We've got the Ninja Gaiden trilogy here. Steel Battalion obviously does not come with the controller for only $40. This one does have the manual. It is complete. We do make sure all of our discs are in good shape before we put them out on the floor, so that's in great shape right there. But, if you already have the controller, or you're looking for the controller and you still need the game, it's a good one to have. Alright, we've got a really special one here. This is the Collector's Edition Ocarina of Time, which really just means it's a gold cartridge. There's nothing too fancy about it here. Someone earlier was asking me about version number. I actually don't know how to tell on this one, but hopefully that helped you. Oh, I see. 01. Yeah, there you go. No manual on this one, but the box is in pretty good shape and the cartridge is in great shape. We do have a couple MSX games right now. Not something we usually have a whole heck of a lot of. MSX stuff can be pretty difficult to collect for. And this giant MSX box here. Oh my gosh. Can I even open this? There we go. Whew, look at all of that. Trying to go through all this stuff you know, a little bit so you guys can get a closer look. Again, if this is your first Twitch shopping network, just go ahead and message DS Koopa checkout with your email address to get started. Anything we show off tonight is fair game. You are welcome to purchase it no matter where you live in the world. We will ship to you. But if you live in the US, it's probably a good idea to subscribe to DS Koopa because you will get free shipping as long as your order is over $10. We also have some of these 3DS NFC readers, which for some reason are like fairly expensive. If you don't have a new 3DS and you have one of the old style 3DSs or 3DS XL, you need this in order to read the like amiibo cards and amiibos. Alright, moving down the line here, we have some pretty cool NES games right now. We've got Felix the Cat. Now this one's got, it's not perfect, it's got a little bit of discoloration on the cartridge, but really not too bad, and the label's in great shape. We've got the Cryon Conquest. It's a game I've never played, cannot tell you anything about it. A little bit of damage to the back label, otherwise in pretty good shape. We also have Stack Up. If you are a weirdo that wants to play one of the few Rob games, doesn't come with the accessories or anything. This cartridge is getting kind of hard to find. Here's something kind of cool. So this is Mega Man 8 on the Saturn. Very rare game. We don't have the manual or anything with it. This is just the disc, but it's in a very nice, not cracked Saturn case, which is a win in and of itself. We've got Bomberman. I believe this is complete in box over here on the NES. This box is in pretty good shape. Alright, not gonna bend this thing. Yeah, this is looking good. Alright, we got manual. I see the dust cover in here. And we got styrofoam. We got styrofoam, boys. This thing is completely complete. If you guys are just joining us, again, welcome to the Twitch Home Shopping Network. Your one chance to order anything you see tonight from Pink Gorilla Games. Everything we do here is cleaned and tested. We do our best to make sure everything is at high quality, and, if something's got some label damage or something, usually a little discounted or something. We do our best to price things fairly. We got a couple, PC Engine and TurboGrafx games over here. I think these are all just, TurboGrafx up at the top here. Chase HQ, Ghost Manor, all this stuff is kind of on the expensive side. A little bit of PC Engine. We have a sealed MechWarrior 2 on Saturn, just making sure this is actually sealed and not an employee being dumb.
No, that is sealed.
That's an actual seal, okay.
It has the tear tab and everything.
Yeah. Sealed MechWarrior 2 on the Japanese Saturn. This is an interesting one right here. This is Super Copa. This is the Brazilian version. You guys might know the Mexican version is very expensive. I think it's about 3 times the price of this one. The Brazilian one is, a little bit... That label doesn't look quite as nice. It is legit. It's just the Brazilian version, and it's quite a bit cheaper. Alright, here's probably the gem of the case right now. This is Gotcha Force, and I can't believe this lasted a whole day in the store. This is complete... It is in great shape. Oh, it's a little smudgy, but it's in great shape. Very rare GameCube game. One of the most expensive GameCube games. We definitely don't see it very often, although for some reason we had 2 sort of back-to-back this month, which is crazy, because I don't think we'd seen it in like a year. We've also got Ultimate Muscle, another pretty rare GameCube game here. In fantastic shape there. That's a little bit of smudging from our resurfacer here. We have a really, really nice high-quality resurfacer for anything that does not meet quality standards. We'll run it through that. We have a couple of rare DS games here. Dragon Quest IX, this one is sealed. Beautiful. And Etrian Odyssey 3, which I had no idea had shot up this much. That's crazy. Let's make sure this is complete. It sure is. Alright. We've got Dragon Force on the Saturn. Again, this is another disc-only one, but you know what? For a game like Dragon Force or like Mega Man 8, oh my gosh, going for a complete one is going to be pretty rough. So this is a good chance for you to get a fun game that's also not like $200. And Air Guys here on PS1. Not crazy expensive, but just in that threshold to make it into the rare case here. When we say rare, we don't even necessarily mean rare. We just mean weird enough or expensive enough to put behind glass. There's normally glass here. Alright, moving down. We've got some Japanese stuff over here. We've got Final Mission on the Famicom. We also have Cowboy Kid on the Famicom here, loose. That's quite a bit cheaper than the American copies go for. Right here is something super weird. You guys maybe have never seen this before. It's a Dreamcast Versus cable. It only works with about 5 games, but it's basically a system link cable for the Dreamcast in Japan. It's just a super freaking rare cable. That's why it's expensive. So if you need to play Cyber Trooper Virtual on 5 point whatever the heck, or 4 other games that use that, you might need that thing, believe it or not. Here's a fairly rough copy of Street Racer here. This is complete. It's got the manual and everything, but that's maybe not the greatest box in the world. Street Fighter 2 on the Super Famicom, also not in the greatest shape in the world, but still cool. I like to collect box Super Famicom stuff. It looks good on the shelf. And it's fun to play, not just good on the shelf. We have not 1 but 2 NCAA Football 14. This is a weird game. It's weird that it's expensive is what I mean by that. This is the last NCAA football before they stopped being allowed to make them. So this thing has just kind of steadily crept up in price throughout the years until it hit this ridiculous number. So this one is complete. That code's probably been used, but I probably shouldn't show the camera just in case. And a loose PS3 version right there. We've got a random disc-only 3DO game. This one right here is a Fantastic Night Dream Cotton. That used to be a cheap game. It is no longer a cheap game. We do have a couple more PS1 games down here. We've got Alundra, Working Designs game with that really fancy shiny cover. It's got the manual in there. And, of course, the game itself. Guys, if you're just joining us, welcome to the Twitch Home Shopping Network. If you see anything that you want to buy tonight, make sure you just whisper DS Koopa checkout with your email address to get started. We're selling a bunch of stuff from Pink Gorilla Games here in Seattle, Washington. And if you don't like paying for shipping and you live in the U.S., I would subscribe to DS Koopa right now because you're going to get free shipping in the U.S. as long as you pay more than $10 or buy more than $10 worth of stuff. But we're showing the rare case right now, so this is all over $10. Alright. We have some Starpath Supercharger games right here. That's not something that we see super often here. We've got Grandia 2 on the Dreamcast. This one is missing the soundtrack. It's obviously the game is in there, and that's all fine and dandy. But it is missing the soundtrack if that's something you care about. Shadowrun on the Mega CD. We've got another boxed NES game over here, Skate or Die 2. Let's check completeness on this one. Yeah, it looks good. I see the manual, see the dust cover, and do we have styrofoam? We got styrofoam! Alright, cool. But that brings up a point that I should probably say again. If you guys are picky about things having manuals and that sort of thing, I totally get it. Just make sure you let us know. That way there's no surprises when you get your package in the mail. Most of the time, things are usually probably complete, about 60 to 70% of the time. But, occasionally things happen. So, it's how it's traded in here, right? We've got a limited run game here, Nurse Love Addiction on the Vita. That one's sealed. And then we finally made it down to the bottom of the rare case here. Another couple NES games. Advanced Dungeons & Dragons, Heroes of the Lance. See if this one's complete here. Ooh, I'm not seeing a manual. We got styrofoam, but we have no manual on this one. This one is only $25 for boxed NES collectors. We've got Killer is Dead on PS3. We've got NFL. This one is not complete. Looks like just dust covered game in this one. This is a weird one. This is a very hard to find Vita Collector's Edition. It's the Asia Region Collector's Edition of Technica Tune, which is like a rhythm game on the Vita, and it comes with this little slip cover right here. Alright. It looks like this is a sealed version of Super Mario Maker. It just doesn't have the top sticker on it, but the game itself is sealed. We do have a couple more sealed games back here. You could probably find a lot of these games later on when we go over to the University District store. There's probably used versions of these that are probably less than half the price of these. So if you're a sealed game collector, this is great. If you want to play the games, this is probably not the way to go. We also have this pretty cool Japanese Saturn game right here, Cyberbots. Comes in this giant box right here. And finally, we've got one random Mega CD game, Black Hole Assault. And I think that's probably just in next. We have no other place to put it. That is our rare case here at ID, so at the International District Store in Pink Gorilla. Let's do one quick, just like go through everything again. I won't highlight them, but you guys can take a look at this. Again, if this is your first Twitch Home Shopping Network, just go ahead and whisper DS Koopa checkout with your email address to get started. You may buy anything we show off on stream tonight, no matter where you live in the world. We've got real people helping you behind the DS Koopa checkout account, so be patient. If you don't hear back right away, in fact, you might not even hear until tomorrow, but we have gotten your message. We will get to it. We're going to do our best to get through all of this stuff as quick as we possibly can. Alright guys, let's go find some plushies real quick. So we're going to probably head over to the University District store in a little bit here, but I do want to show off some of these plushies, give you guys a sneak peek. This stuff is going to be available when we go to the other store as well, but I'll give you guys a little bit of a preview of it over here because a lot of this stuff is really cool. Most of our plushies, about 90% of them, come all the way from Japan. So it's going to be tough to find plushies like them anywhere else. They're all really high quality. We don't, and obviously legit. We don't do any bootlegs, any knockoffs, any of that AliExpress stuff. All of this stuff is genuine merchandise and really high quality. Let's take a second to highlight all these Fire Emblem ones right here. This is actually our most expensive plushie in the store. These are $30. They're pretty complex, and again, they are coming all the way from Japan. So they're not crazy cheap, but oh my gosh, just zoom in on like these eyes here. Look at the embroidery on the faces. These are really great. Anything you see here tonight, you guys are welcome to buy. Just message DS Koopa checkout. Let them know what you want. Make sure you're being pretty specific. We do obviously have some things that are very similar here. You know, we've got a couple different colors of toads, so if you say you want a toad plushie, just let us know, you know, red toad, yellow toad. We got some Pikachus here. Now, a lot of our big Pokemon plushies right here, these are all $25, and all of these come from the Crane Game magazines in Japan. So in Japan, you know, you guys have probably seen like those crane grabby games right here. Normally, these are not available for purchase individually. You have to win them in Japan. But we don't work like that. We want you to just be able to buy them. So we get all of these from Japan, from those Crane Game catalogs, and then we don't put them in a Crane Game. We just let you buy them. Alright, let's look at some of the Mario plushies here. Most of the smaller plushies here range from about $12 to $16, a couple exceptions. Big old Donkey Kong here is $20. He's kind of the one exception to that. But the rest of these, like this Bomb right here, he's 12. The Goombas are 12. We got some Toads here that are 15. Yoshis are 15. Again, all of these coming straight from Japan. They're really high quality, really nice. And, of course, official. We have a bunch of Kirby plushies as well. Couple different Kirby powers here, so again, you'll want to make sure you're being specific if you want any of these. Now, here's a couple of the only plushies that are not from Japan, believe it or not. Not from Japan, but still official, still super high quality. We got these Mega Man ones, we've got Vault Boy, we've got Parappa the Rapper, Fat Princess. When else are you going to see Fat Princess merch? We've got a little bit of Animal Crossing up there. And some Splatoon. All kinds of cool stuff. I'm going to grab my keys real quick while you keep going through these, because we're going to see what plushies are on the outside of the store too. We do have a lot of them kind of positioned on the other side. Alright, we're gonna head out this door and to the other side of the plushie wall. Might get a little loud out here. We are next to a karaoke bar, so hopefully that doesn't bother you too much. Alright guys, first of all, see down here, this is our lovely mascot, Pink Gorilla. These are only $15. And of course we would love if you wanted a Pink Gorilla plushie because that's us, we made these. Welcome to Pink Gorilla Games, guys, and welcome to the Twitch Home Shopping Network. If you see anything that you like tonight, make sure you just whisper DS Koopa Checkout to get started with your email address. We have some really cool Pokemon plushies right now. This Eevee, Hitmonlee, have you ever seen a Hitmonlee plushie? Only in Japan. That's why we import this stuff, because when else are you going to see a giant Hitmonlee plushie? We've got some really cute Gengar. We've got that awesome fuzzy Piplup right next to him. And then if we go all the way to the top here, because this looks like all stuff we've seen before, I see Banette, I see Cubone. All these big Pokemon plushies, again, we import them from Japan. They're $25 each. Normally you'd have to win a crane game in Japan to get them, but we don't work like that. We want you to be able to buy, you know, what you want. You don't have to use skill. Alright, it's cold out here, it's hot out here, so let's head back inside. And there's a few more plushies. I think we've sort of seen them all, but there's a few more kind of at the tops here. I'm sorry, I know this is a little confusing, kind of jumping around here, but that Vulpix plushie is awesome. We've got these great Arcanine, Ninetales, Mimikyu, Ditto. All really excellent, high-quality plushies you guys can purchase right now. Just message DS Koopa Checkout, whisper them with your email address to get started. There are real people who are going to help you out, who are going to be able to fulfill your order in the next couple days here. Alright guys, let's go ahead and just take a look at some of the keychains one more time. We'll just do a quick pass through, and then we're going to flip it over to the University District store. That's when the real fun starts. That's when we're going to open up the entire store for purchase. So, if you guys are getting excited for that, let's just show you some of these keychains one more time real quick. Again, we got these really cute little snow cones. All these make really good gifts. It's November 1st, it's basically Christmas. Get some of your shopping done early. Look at all this bubble tea right here. And, you know, just this mess of Dragon Ball Z characters. I don't even think we can go through all these again. If you guys are interested in any of these keychains, when you message DS Koopa Checkout, just make sure you're being pretty specific with them. You know, we do have all of these different bubble teas. Some of them are pretty similar, like we got 2 green ones. So, you know, something like the blue straw green one, or something along some of them are pretty similar. Exactly what you saw. Alright, and before we flip it over to the University District store, I want to show off these guys just one more time, because these are awesome. Again, all these keychains come straight from Japan. And, looks like Cody's hacking the stream right now. Alright, sounds like Cody's getting impatient over there, so let's go ahead and flip it over to the University District store. The real fun's about to start. You guys, make sure you message DS Koopa Checkout with your email address. And let's go to the University District store. You guys ready? I'm like imagining you all screaming, yeah, right now. Oh, show Luigi off. I'm sorry. I forgot the last thing. I'm sorry, Cody.
Oh, that's what I was motioning for.
Alright, guys, the final deal of the night. Sorry, Cody. Final deal of the night. Before we head over to the University District store. And this is good for this stream only, so get it in now. You guys heard of Luigi's Mansion 3? This game that just came out on the Nintendo Switch? Normally a $60 game, as most Switch games are. Well, tonight, to thank you guys for joining us on this Twitch Home Shopping Network, and for joining us for previous Twitch Home Shopping Networks, it's only $45. $45! If you want your copy, you can't possibly get it any cheaper than that. Please go ahead and message DS Koopa Checkout. Let them know that you want one of these. and let them know your email address. $45 for Luigi's Mansion tonight. We do have a semi-limited amount of copies. Not really. We bought a lot. We figure you guys are going to like this deal. So we're probably not going to run out, but make sure you get your messages in. Message DS Koopa checkout with your email address to get started. Let them know you want this. $45. You literally will not find it cheaper than this, I promise. Anyways, that wraps it up for the International District Store. Time to go over to the University District Store and check out all of the rest of the games. You guys excited? Alright, Cody, take it away. I'm just going to stand here and wave. University District Store and check out all of the rest of the games. You guys excited? Alright, Cody, take it away.
That's right, Kelsey. Only $45 for a copy of Luigi's... What the fuck? There it is. For a copy of Luigi's Mansion. Incredible deal, right? This deal literally cannot be beat. This price is so low. Let me tell you, folks, this was an extra special favor I called in. This price, not $60, $45 for Luigi's Mansion is such an incredibly low price. I called my distributor, say, hey guys, I really want to do something special for all the people who've supported us through the Twitch Shopping Network. I want to do an amazing deal that cannot be beat. Can you get me $45 Luigi's Mansion? They go, Cody, you're out of your mind. We order hundreds of thousands of copies from Nintendo. Guess what price they sell it to us for? $45. That's right. You are getting literally distributor pricing on this. As a special thank you to everyone. So please, message DS Koopa checkout if you want to take advantage of this deal. Quantities are sort of limited. I got 200 copies. Hopefully that's enough, but go crazy, guys. $45 for this awesome new game. I personally have been playing it, and I love it. It's a ton of fun. It's odd because the game, I don't even understand why I like it. I just love exploring the mansion, the hotel in this case. It's a ton of fun. But anyway, guys, once again, $45 for Luigi's Mansion. Amazing deal. Cannot be beat. Get them orders in by messaging DS Koopa checkout with your email address. That's DS Koopa checkout, not DS Koopa. Do not message DS Koopa. He can't help you. There's no help for you at DS Koopa. You have to message DS Koopa checkout. So, let's get going, folks. We are now going to tour the rest of the store. You were just at our International District Store, our original location, although much smaller. We are now going to look at this entire University District Store. Should be fun. Let's get started. And I am flying this one solo, so, whew, I'm ready. Are you ready? Let's start at the very front of the store. You might have seen some of this already, but it should be exciting nonetheless. We have our high-quality, imported from Japan plushies. Just want to show them off one more time real quick. I know Kelsey was just sharing these with you, but I think some of them are just so adorable, so unique. You know, as the plushies are imported from Japan, it means you're really not going to find them anywhere else. It's something we go quite a bit out of our way to do. We also make sure that all of them are officially licensed from Nintendo. No exceptions. We never sell bootlegs, fan games, anything. We are very strict on that rule. So these are all official Nintendo licensed products, and they feel that way too. The quality is off the charts. Most of these range from $20 to $25. Any about this size are going to be $25. But to take some of the load off, take some of that pain off of paying $25 for a plush, you could subscribe to the channel right now and get free shipping in the continental United States. All right, folks. As this is the last Twitch Shopping Network ever, we thought we'd do a couple special things. Special thing number one was Luigi's Mansion for only $45. Whoa, that's an incredible deal. Let me just make sure everything is looking straight really quick. Sorry. Yes, I did leave the thing up. Sorry. There we go. Let's fix it. So anyway, I thought special thing number one, Luigi's Mansion for only $45. Special thing number two, we are going to be selling consoles for the first time ever on a Twitch Shopping Network. Typically, we stay away from that. Consoles are a very popular commodity. You know, you want to have them in your store so your customers can buy games with their consoles. But we're going to open them up to you today. All of our consoles are cleaned, tested, and working. All of them will come with a first-party controller, an AV cable, and an AC adapter. If it's a newer console, one that connects to the internet, we make sure to update it all the way and then reformat it so there's no old data on there, and when you plug it in at home, you're not going to have to update it. So, let's get started. All the way up here in the very top, we have the original Nintendo console for $60. Awesome console, totally classic. This is when, in my opinion, when games got very playable. Still some exceptions, you know. The NES can be a little crazy sometimes, but there's some great stuff on there. This one, oh my goodness, this is like a ghost NES. Just in time for Halloween. It has a faint remnant of its former past. Over here we have one Super Nintendo console. And he's showing some wear. I'm sure you guys have seen the yellowing that will happen. That was due to some kind of like fireproof bromine. I don't know. I'm not a chemist. Look, I just sell consoles over here. Over here we have 4 GameCube consoles. Oh my goodness. And again, they'll come with a first-party controller. It's interesting because the first-party controller on the GameCube is more than half of the value of the freaking console. It's ridiculous. And then we also have the Eon GCHD, a used HDMI adapter. This will get you lagless, perfect HD output from your GameCube. It's really the best way to play your game. Much better option than the component cables. And it's cheaper, believe it or not. Over here we have some N64 consoles. The 64 itself is $60. We also have the smoke gray one, and it has a little bit of scuffing on the front. That's something that you really want to pay attention to on your collector's consoles. And this will, of course, come with the matching controller, as my poor handwriting barely shows off. We also have here a Wii U console, only $100. My goodness, that is ridiculously cheap. Holy, I can't even believe we're selling it for that much. Over here we have Wii consoles. This one here for $30 is Japanese, as you'll notice there, the little Japan flag sticker. So it will not play American region games. However, this one here will. And this red one here is just kind of a more uncommon color. Down here we have the Retron 77. This is a pretty cool device. I have a used one right here. Brand new ones are only $50. This one here is actually an HDMI Atari console. It's insane. This thing will actually make Atari games look beautiful. Believe it or not, you know, with the low graphics and all, that thing really makes them look like pop. It's a ton of fun. One of my favorite features on here is the fry button on the back. If you press this, it causes your game to kind of glitch out. That was like a popular hobby with Atari consoles, or Atari games. They would kind of like tilt the cartridge to make the game kind of glitch out, and you get like your own new game within a game. We have the Retron 5 consoles. These are pretty cool. Not for like hardcore gamers, you know, stick to like the analog products for that, but these are good for just casuals. It's like, you know, it plays Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Famicom, Super Famicom, Genesis, Mega Drive, Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color. It does like everything, so if you want like an all-in-one console, that's a pretty good option. Over here we have one Sega Saturn console. Beautiful. Over here we have plenty of Sega Genesis consoles. Anyone who has been a frequent viewer of the stream will know I have been spending a lot of time with Genesci lately, and getting a ton of these all cleaned and tested. So a lot of these, actually most of these consoles I'm sure were actually cleaned and tested live on stream for evidence of their perfection. Here we have even one 32X that comes with the adapter for multiple versions of the Genesis. Down here we have PlayStation 1s and PlayStation ONEs. A PlayStation 2, and this one is actually a modded PlayStation 2. This will allow you to play anything, like literally every disc, like Japanese, American, PAL games, like everything. It's pretty cool because there's a lot of like unexplored territory on the Japanese PS2, I feel like. Lots of good stuff out there to give a shot to. And then over here we have some slim PS2s as well. We're pretty overloaded on PS2s right now. Nice, right? Down here, 360s. I don't know if anyone's dying for a 360 right now. It's kind of the popular thing to trade in. But we also do have a PS4, a little bit more uncommon, and Intellivision down here. If you want the cheapest way to play NES games ever, there you go, only $20. And then an Atari 2600 console down here, and it looks like it's in really nice shape. Over here we have a backwards compatible PS3. Of course, all of you know, I'm sure, that the PlayStation 3 will play PS1 games, no problem. Not a single PS3 will not play your PS1 games. However, this PS3 here will also play PS2 games. Not so common. A lot of these consoles suffered from overheating, and it killed them. So if you are the lucky boy or girl to pick up this console, make sure you dust that thing out a lot. You have a rare breed there. Other PS3 consoles are much more affordable at only $65. We also have the Retron 2. It'll play NES and Super Nintendo games, and then the original Xbox. And all of the original Xboxes, we actually replaced an internal clock capacitor, which I think is something that a lot of places don't do, understandably. It takes quite a bit of time. But you see, inside of the original Xbox is a capacitor that starts leaking acid all over your motherboard, and it can actually cause really big damage over time. If you turn on your Xbox and it asks you what time it is, that's what's happening. All right, folks, over here. Actually, let's go over here. Sorry. I'm all out of order. Over here we have our Atari section. I'm going to go through this one by one. I'm not the most well-versed in Atari games. Hopefully one of you guys in the chat is, and you can lend recommendations to your fellow stream viewers. But let's get started. All the way over here at the Intellivision games here. Masters of the Universe, The Power of He-Man. Wow, that one really stands out. Most of these are like $2 or $3, but that one up there, 18. That must be pretty uncommon. Hey, Burger Time. I know that game. This is back in the era where you could have very simplistic names on your games, like just chess, pinball, poker. So, quickly go through there. But we also got some ColecoVision games as well. Mr. Dew's Castle. How much was the original Xbox? The original Xbox was $50. Here we have Computer Intro and what's this last one? Subchase? I'm not sure. A couple Odyssey games. Odyssey 2 games, rather. Alright, here we are at the Atari 2600 wall. Here we have Adventure, Battlezone. Adventure, I hear, is like one of the best Atari games. You know, I haven't played a whole ton of them myself, but that one I will say is very playable. Asteroids, a total classic. Do you have any $1 games? I haven't seen any so far. What is this one? I haven't seen this one around. Deadly Duck. It looks like Space Invaders, but your main character is a deadly duck. Now that sounds pretty awesome. I'll take it. Golf is $1? Is it? Where's golf? Oh, we'll get to it in a second. Oh, you're right. Golf. Only $1 and you can get golf. Worth it for that art alone. And don't forget, folks, if you're subscribed to the channel, you'll be getting free shipping with your order. You can sub with Twitch Prime. You can sub with anything, whatever, your normal money. I don't know. Whatever you feel like. I think in most cases, subbing is a preferable option to paying the shipping price because it's only $5 for a sub, or free if you have Twitch, or you have Amazon Prime. But typically shipping can go from like $5.50 and way up from there. Football is $1 too. Only $1 for football? That's incredible. Here we have Pac-Man, total classic. A lot of people say this is the worst version of Pac-Man ever made. And sure, they might be completely right. But don't you want to have a classic? What about this game? The No Art game. What is this? Oh, it's called Name This Game. Okay, well, there you go. Use your imagination. Get your own sticker. There you go. You can literally name your game and write your own art as well. Okay, coming at the end of the Atari section here. Then we will move on to Famicom, original Nintendo. And I gotta say, our original Nintendo stock is just incredible right now. We're just rolling in games. It's awesome. Lots of duplicates of popular titles as well. So hopefully everyone will be coming away very satisfied from this final Twitch Shopping Network. And our last row of Atari games coming into the 5200 games as well. Here we are. If you see any games you like here, be sure to message DS Koopa Checkout. You'll see them message in the chat window quite a few times throughout the night. And all you got to do is click on their name, click Whisper, tell them your email address, and we will get you all set up. Tell them what you like. You see Xenophobe down there? Whoa! Whoa! That's kind of a spendy Atari game. Or Yar's Revenge, one of the better Atari games. You say, hey, DS Koopa Checkout, I'd really love a copy of Yar's Revenge. That's an awesome game. And then, boom! That's all you got to do. We'll send you an email with an invoice within the next couple days, and bada bing, bada boo, you got your game. Let's get started with some Famicom games. Now, not everyone may be familiar with Famicom games. So Famicom is just the Japanese version of the original Nintendo, which you might be a little more familiar with. You know all these games here? They actually fit into these smaller cartridges. They're much more colorful, much more fun, right? It reminds me more of a toy. Kind of like how video games are, right? It's pretty cool. But let's check out what Famicom games we have. Now, first off, I'd like to point out that these will not work on your original Nintendo. I mean, look at these things. These things look nothing alike, right? Well, they will work with a simple 60 to 72 pin adapter, which we sell for only $10. All you got to do is plug your Famicom game right into the top of there, and then plug it into your Nintendo, and you are good to go. Alright, let's get started. I'll point out any that I see that I think are particularly cool, but I've noticed in the past that the ones I notice are games that are already in English, typically. I'll try to point out the really cool Japan-exclusive ones, like Doraemon. Those are pretty fun. Platformers. Bird Week. Bird Week is awesome. Bird Week is like a shooter. Scrolling left and right shooter. We got Dragon Quest III. Very original. Is that Goku on the cover? We got Dragon Quest IV. That was my biggest regret growing up, was selling my copy of Dragon Warrior 4. I think I sold it to GameStop for like $7. Now a very expensive game. Got Hogan's Alley here. Combat, that's pretty fun. Frontline. Let's see. This has some of the strangest art. It looks like the director's child made the art for the game or something. Good stuff. Oh, we got Momotaro Densetsu. These ones are pretty fun. Nice platformers. I think we're coming up on... Yes, we are. One of my favorites over here. Murder on the Mississippi. I wish I could play this game. I love murder mystery games. If you're feeling very brave, feel like you could get through the text, be my guest. But down here we got Ninja Hattori-kun. You can play this one without knowing Japanese. It's a pretty fun action platformer game. Kind of platformer. Kind of adventure. Here's our last row of Famicom games. We got lots of pachinko games. Those are pretty fun. Always very cheap. We got this very oddly labeled game. Who's that guy? Sherlock Holmes game. I think the Sumo game is exclusive as well. And Sky Kid, much, much cheaper in Japanese. Adventures of Tom Sawyer, I think... No, that is in America. Never mind. Alright, and that kind of concludes our Famicom games. We have a couple over here, just some inbox ones. Nothing too much. And let me point out that we also have plenty of accessories. Like, literally any cable you need for any system, we probably have it. So feel free to just ask them, even if you don't see it on the stream. Feel free to ask the DS Koopa checkout gang. They'll help you out. I'm sure we got pretty much any cable you could ever need. So guys, welcome to the NES Wall. Couple things I'd like to point out first before I continue on. So, NES games, totally awesome, can be a little finicky. We make an effort to clean every single last one of these, not just the outside, but the inside as well. We make sure the pins are scrubbed clean to perfection, so they're good to go when you pop them into your NES or whatever console at home. Another thing that we do around here that you can count on when you buy a game from us is that your game will have a brand new save battery inside. And that goes for literally every game, whether it's Zelda or Al Unser's Jr.'s Racing. You know, honestly, quite a few people would probably not even notice whether or not their Al Unser's Turbo Racing had a battery, but we still replace them all either way. So, count on that quality when you order from us, and let's get started. Alright, right down here. This was my first console growing up, so I can actually speak to some of these games. Love 1942, traditional, just plain as day, airplane shoot 'em up, you know, vertical scrolling and all. It's awesome. Here we have Dino Ricky. One of our employees was talking about really wanting to pick that up, so please scoop it out from under them, if you wouldn't mind. We got The Adventures of Lolo, that's a fun one. Adventure Island is great. Adventure Island 2, a little more uncommon. Here we have Athletic World, which is the non-rare version of Stadium Events. Hey, Balloon Fight! Love Balloon Fight. Total classic. I believe that one was mostly programmed by Satoru Iwata, pretty much all by himself almost. We got Captain America and the Avengers, a little bit more uncommon of an NES game here. Casino Kid, that's going to be me in a couple weeks. Going to Vegas, baby. We got Clue Clue Land, pretty uncommon. Cobra Triangle, this is made by Rare, as in Rare, like Banjo-Kazooie Rare. Awesome game. Totally recommend picking it up. It's Blaster Master as well. And Burger Time, oh my gosh. We have too many good games, I can't even stop to talk about any given one. Deja Vu, though. This was one I played to death growing up. I could never finish it. It's a point-and-click adventure, but on the NES, you know. Back in the day, those were only kind of relegated to PCs, you know. But there were a couple, like maybe 4, on the NES point-and-click adventures that you could get. And Deja Vu is one of them, and it is fantastic. We got all 3 of the Double Dragons. Genghis Khan is like a strategy, resource management, take over the world game. Everyone knows this one from Angry Video Game Nerd. Pretty terrible. Gremlins 2. Christmas is coming up. Might want to pick up a copy of Gremlins 2. Ice Hockey. Even if you don't like hockey at all, this is a fantastic multiplayer game. I totally recommend that one for 2 players. It's awesome. Guardian Legend, if you like shoot 'em ups, is I think one of the best on the original Nintendo. Down here we have Kid Icarus, which I'm in a competition personally with myself for what's better. Kid Icarus or just Kid Icarus on the original Nintendo, or we're out of Mike Tyson. Or where's it at? Punch-Out! Oh, there it is! Mike Tyson's Punch-Out! Yeah, it's either Mike Tyson's Punch-Out or Kid Icarus. Those are my favorite games on the NES. They're so good. Kid Icarus is very hard and very long, so good luck on that one. But if you want a more arcadey feel, I'd say go with Mike Tyson. You can't go wrong with Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, right? It's a classic. It's amazing. Punch-Out easily, come on! We got Metal Gear here. We're almost where it all started. We got Metroid with the alternative cover, which is pretty interesting. You might be a little more used to this cover here, which is cool and all, but this looks way, way cooler. This is back when Nintendo was trying to keep a format for every single one of their games, and then, like, gave up instantly. There you go. Then you get the more awesome cover. We got the original Legend of Zelda. We also have the gray cart version, which is technically more rare, but, I mean, let's be real. The gold cart looks so much cooler. Same with the Zelda 2 here. Look how boring this is. It's like, Adventure of Link, here's a sword, guys. Use your imagination.
Here we got Little Mermaid, and believe it or not, that is a fantastic game. Look, it has Capcom's logo on it, okay? Take my word for it. Little Mermaid, awesome. Down here, Marble Madness, original Mario Brothers. Did I point out Kirby already? I probably did not. But we got the original Kirby. We got Mega Man 2, Ninja Gaiden, Mega Man 3 up there. Rampage. This is Kelsey's favorite. That was Kelsey's favorite original Nintendo game growing up. Pac-Man. I haven't heard of that one before. Pac-Man? Huh. Weird. Down here, though, Popeye. Okay, all right. Donkey Kong is great and all. No one can hate Donkey Kong Classic, right? But this is Popeye, which is kind of a clone of that game, but it's way better, in my opinion. Down here, we got Mike Tyson's, and we also got regular Punch-Out. If you're willing to not have Mike Tyson's name on the cover, you can save yourself $5. We got Puss in Boots down there at the bottom, and Rockin' Ball. Rockin' Ball's a little more uncommon, but also, If you're going for a collection, though, there you go. I like to point out the ones that I don't see every day. Not necessarily like rare games in the grand scheme of the world, but just like in our store. We got Snake Rattle and Roll is pretty fun, and we got a very special guest who doesn't want to be seen right now. Spy Hunter. Star Trek down here. This one's pretty cool. It is like a point-and-click adventure as well, but from an overhead view. This one's pretty great if you're willing to maybe follow a guide and play through it. It's pretty tough, man. Down here, Skate or Die. We got Super C, the sequel to Contra. Spy vs. Spy, that's another really fun one. Tecmo Bowl, you can't go wrong. No, okay, you can go wrong. Tecmo Super Bowl is the way to go. Forget about Tecmo Bowl. Tecmo Super Bowl is the way to go. We got original Mario Brothers, Mario Bros. And Duck Hunt, Mario Bros. And Duck Hunt and Track Meet, Mario 2 and Mario 3. All great deals.
I got here before you even finished the NES section.
Hey, Kelsey,
good.
so happy to see you here. How did it go over at the International District Store?
It went great. I think everyone really enjoyed seeing the rare case at the International District Store. We had a lot of really cool stuff.
Happy to hear. I cannot believe we got a second copy of Gotcha Force within 2 weeks.
That's insane.
Insane.
We haven't had it in probably a year and a half before that.
I looked. 2005 was the last
No
time we
way.
had it. Yes.
Really? Oh
Yes.
my goodness.
That is when the store opened.
That's how this kind of stuff tends to work around here. You see nothing for like a super long time, and then all of a sudden you get 2 in 2 weeks.
Here we have Wario's Woods. Notable that it is the last Nintendo game ever released, and you'll notice it actually has an ESRB logo on it. No other Nintendo games have that. Pretty interesting, right? Yoshi down here, that's one of my personal favorites. It's not the best game in the world, but it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. All right, Kelsey. Well, it's time to show off the Super Nintendo wall.
All right, guys. First of all, if you are just now joining us, welcome to the Twitch Home Shopping Network. Your chance to buy anything from Pink Gorilla Games here in Seattle. Just message the account DS Koopa Checkout to get started with your email address. If you see anything you'd like here, everything we have here has been cleaned and tested, and Cody has been showing off. If it's got a save battery in there, you know, some of these old cartridges required a little watch battery basically to save the game. We've already soldered in a new one for you, so that your cartridge is going to last a really long time.
All right, Kelsey, let's get started with the Super Nintendo games. And actually, I'm going to start up here with the Super Nintendo box games. Not a lot to go with. We got D-Force, we got MLB PA, we got Best of the Best Karate, and Pro Quarterback. We also have these nice HD SNES cables. They actually work with your Super Nintendo, 64, and your GameCube. They're not the best quality in the universe, but for dollar, I'll say they're the number one way to go.
Absolutely. And while we're looking at the box stuff up here, just want to remind people, a lot of times they're complete, but it might not necessarily be complete. So if you only want it if it's complete, just make sure you let us know so there's no unhappy surprises. We want to make sure that we get you exactly what you want.
All right, and also, again, just to point out, any accessory you could possibly need, we got plenty of Super Nintendo and Super Famicom controllers. We got AV cables, extension cables, screwdrivers to open up your cartridges and consoles. Everything you imagine. Don't even worry about seeing it on the stream. If you need some sort of accessory, just message DS Koopa Checkout and we'll help you out. Kelsey, if you wouldn't mind starting, I'm going to grab a drink really quick.
All right, we're going to start going through the Super Nintendo section here. We've got some kind of interesting ones. The thing about Super Nintendo, well, I guess you could say this for any system, is sometimes there's something that looks like it shouldn't be, like it should be like a $2 game, but it's just uncommon enough that it's more like a, $10 to $20 game. If you guys tuned into the Limited Run Games 24-hour live stream last week, you might have seen us play through Beethoven, which was that was an adventure. It's a pretty funny game. Moving down the list here, we've got Captain America and the Avengers. This is one we don't see super often. Kind of mid-range, not a super expensive game, but sort of uncommon here. We've got one of the Chester Cheetah games.
Big snack tonight. Clay Fighter down here, and Clay Fighter Tournament Edition as well. Cliffhanger. I love the cover of Cliffhanger. He appears to be bored on the side of a mountain. Whatever. I'm over this mountain. Have we gone through this row as well?
I have not.
Oh, okay. Over here, Cool Spot, D-Force, Dirt Tracks FX. I'm going to cover 2 rows at a time,
sounds
actually.
like a good idea.
What's this one? Doomsday Warrior. What?
Another sort of uncommon one. Not crazy expensive, but uncommon.
I just haven't seen it personally in the store, which always excites me.
We actually have a pretty good selection of just interesting Super Nintendo games right now. Can't say that they're all amazing, in quality, but just in, uncommon, sort of hard to find.
Did you point out we have Beethoven?
I did.
Oh my gosh,
yeah.
That's amazing.
Everyone loves Beethoven.
We got Kirby's Avalanche, which is just Puyo Puyo.
Yep.
Or Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. Kind of the same game. A Link to the Past. Gotta have that. Lion King. I know that combo cart just came out, but go with Lion King. You just want the one. Looney Tunes B-Ball, a.k.a. Space Jam. Very uncommon one, but not actually Space Jam. This is the prequel to Space Jam.
I think you're making that up.
Right over here we got Mech Warrior. That's a ton of fun. Pac-Man 2, which is bizarre.
It's a really weird game.
Pac-Man 2 is a point-and-click adventure, for some reason, starring Pac-Man. The complete opposite of original Pac-Man that took the world by storm, but, whatever. Give it a shot. Over here we have Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Fighting Edition. This is a fighting game, of course, just as it sounds. NBA Jam Tournament Edition. This one does have a new save battery inside of it, and if you purchase that, we will double-check that is in there, even though the sticker is not on there. Relief Pitcher. That is apparently a very uncommon game. Unrivaled Turf. Now we got some 90s attitude right there. Beautiful.
And once again, guys, if this is your first Twitch Home Shopping Network, go ahead and just message DS Koopa Checkout with your email address to get started. There are real people responding in real time to hundreds of messages, so we will definitely get to you. But hang tight. If you see anything you'd like tonight, we would be happy to ship it to you anywhere in the world. But if you are in the U.S., I recommend subbing to DS Koopa right now because that will get you free shipping as long as your order is over $10.
Great point, Kelsey. Subbing is a great idea anyway. You get ad-free viewing, you get awesome emotes, you get my love. We have Super Mario All-Stars here, which is a combination of Super Mario 1, 2, 3, and The Lost Levels, the game that Japan thought was too hard for America. Prove them wrong, pick up a copy of Super Mario All-Stars, and beat it. We got Super Mario Kart and Super Mario World as well. The Super Star Wars Return of the Jedi as well. Yoshi's Safari. Be careful picking that one up. That one is actually a Super Scope game. You will need the light gun to accompany your Super Nintendo if you want to play that one. And this is an odd one too. This one is Trodlers, and this one actually uses the Super Nintendo mouse. So it's
There's
kind
a
of a
surprising number of games that use it that you wouldn't think about. You know, you pretty much just typically think of Mario Paint, but
another good one. I wonder if we have it here. Mario and Wario. I would recommend picking up. It's amazing.
oh, it looks like we do have it.
We have it, Mario and Wario. This is an awesome game. It plays like the Mario March of the Minis games that came out on the DS a little bit later. All right, so speaking of, we are now on to Super Famicom, which is the Japanese version of the Super Nintendo. These games sort of play in your Super Nintendo. It requires a small modification if you have any of the standard clone consoles, like let's say a Retron 2 and Analog NT or Super Analog.
Yeah,
Super
Analog
NT.
Super NT.
Yeah, one of those things. Yeah, if you have any kind of clone console at all, it will play these Super Famicom games.
But if you have an original, it's really easy to mod. Do you have a pair of pliers? You're good. There's a couple little pieces of plastic right inside that dust cover right there. You peel them out, and then you can play Japanese Super Famicom games in your American Super Nintendo.
Now, they will play in Japanese, but for the most part, that doesn't matter all that much.
Well, depends on the game.
Yeah, I guess it really depends on the game. Like, what's this one? This is Air Management. That might be a little hard to, like, manage some planes landing in an airport, but Donkey Kong, you don't really need that. Here we have Casper. You know, Halloween just ended. You get into some spooky games there. We also got Chowaniki. This is a very famous bizarre game, but this is the non-bizarre version of it. This is where it all started here on the Super Famicom.
Yeah, it's still pretty bizarre.
Here we got Shiren the Wanderer. That's number 2, actually, which is kind of the original roguelike dungeon crawler, hardcore, no forgiveness game. Over here, Dragon Quest 3, Dragon Quest 5.
You guys might notice that new save battery sticker again. We do replace all of the little watch batteries that are inside of some of these old games. If it's got a battery, we have replaced it. It's going to last you another 15 years or so.
And a lot of these Japanese games, you might just on a whim be like, you know what? That cover looks pretty cool. I'll pick that up. Why not? Look at this game. You ever seen that many balls in your life? That's a pachinko game. Pick that one up. Just describe the cover if you can't read it. Of course, it might be hard. Larry Nixon's Super Bass Fishing. You could probably read that.
Bass fishing?
Mm-hmm. Picking up speakers for his car. So that guy, you could probably read that cover. But this one over here, oh my goodness, what is that? Just describe it as the one with the kids looking to the left. I'll take it.
That's $7. You know, when you guys are messaging DS Koopa checkout, if there's anything that you're kind of particular about and you can't quite figure out, it always helps to be overly descriptive. Use the price, use the cover, all of those things. That way we can definitely get you exactly what you're looking for. No unhappy surprises. We want to make sure you get exactly what you want.
We got Mickey Mania here, another awesome one I grew up playing on the Sega Genesis. Very good platformer. Little uncommon on Super Nintendo. A little bit. Not very, but a little bit. Whoa, this is Patchy Slot Love Story.
Ooh.
What? By Coconuts Japan? Okay.
How much do you love gambling?
I might need to pick that up. We got Super Donkey Kong, and this is a good way to save a couple bucks if you want to add to your collection. Make it a little bit of a little bit more international variety. You can actually get Super Donkey Kong for cheaper than Donkey Kong Country, but it's the same game. We got Mega Man X over here, or as it's known in Japan, Rockman X. Super Mario Collection down here, also known as Super Mario All-Stars. We got Super Mario Kart down here, only $15. Super Mario RPG, okay, great game and all, but good luck playing that in Japanese. Please buy at your own risk.
Super Mario World, also a little bit cheaper. A lot of times these Japanese games are going to be cheaper than their American counterparts. So for a system like the Super Famicom, where it's a very, very easy mod, or if you got something like a Super NT or a Retron, I recommend picking them up for some of the games that, you don't really need to know the words in it for.
This one's Super Puyo Puyo. Pretty fun, like, kind of Tetris-y type game. Japanese Tetris, I guess. We got, what's this one here? Ultima 6. Oh my goodness. We have 2 copies of that, too. Oh, and Ultima Gaiden. Jeez. And then down here at the very end, we got Yoshi's Island. Much more colorful cover on this one. Very pastel. And a Yu Yu Hakusho game down there at the very bottom. All right, Kels, that concludes the Super Famicom section. Would you like to show off our deal number 2, which was the keychains?
Yeah, we can go do...
Let's take a brief break from video games to show off really quick, for the people who weren't here at the very start, show off some of our keychains. Again, these ones are only going to be $5 tonight. That is an exclusive price. You know, a lot of these are $5 already, but also a lot of them are $6, a lot of them are $7. So this is an exclusive, keep it easy, keep it simple price just for tonight. Pick up keychains in advance. You know, Christmas is right around the corner.
It's November 1st. It's basically Christmas already.
Yeah.
Have you gotten your Christmas shopping done?
I haven't.
This is a great amount of stocking stuffers. What's really nice about all of these is, you know, they all come from Japan. We import all of these keychains, so A, they're really high quality, and B, they're going to be super unique gifts for anyone who's after some of this stuff. Do you know someone who likes Pokemon? We got Pokemon. You know someone that likes Kirby? We got Kirby. You know someone that likes bubble tea or cake? Come on, you know someone that likes bubble tea.
Actual liquid inside of the bubble tea drink. And that's my priority one, Kelsey. I like that you mentioned that they're unique. You know, you're not going to see any of these anywhere else. This is a Japan exclusive pile of items here. Pretty incredible. Here we have hard metal tin case for storing coins.
Yeah,
But it also looks like Kirby.
We'll go over to the wall there so you can see the whole variety of these, but these are really cute because they're, it's got like a full Kirby picture on the back and then a Kirby face on the front. These are only $5 tonight, normally $6. Again, imported from Japan. Can't get them anywhere else. This is something we love to provide.
So cute.
They make a whole lot of really high quality stuff in Japan. Really adorable stuff that you just we don't get this kind of stuff. They really know how to do cute over there.
They
right?
do. So I know we've already gone over these, so we'll quickly just recap them one more time here in the middle and move on to 64 games next. I know everyone loves the Nintendo 64. So here we are. First off, we do have our pins, and we do extend the offer to $5 for any Pink Gorilla pins this evening. Yeah, show your PG pride.
That Japanese does say Pink Gorilla, by the way, and we have that in both normal and sparkly.
I love the sparkly.
I like
Looks
the sparkly
great.
one, too.
Down here we got... Did you show these off at the other store?
I don't think I...
The Shibas?
Oh, I don't think I did, actually.
Oh my god,
Shibas
these are great.
amazing.
So Shiba's in a bag, Shiba with a backpack. We got Shibas with skateboards.
That's the best one.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
He's on a skateboard.
And then we got Shiba's on a leash, and the leash is actually a keychain strap that you can use to connect to whatever, your backpack, your phone. Down here, some Pokemon. These are from the new movie. I believe there was like a remade version of the first Pokemon movie in Japan. So you're going to see... I know we've all seen that first Pokemon movie. You remember the Brother song?
I do.
Yeah, very sad. Very sad moment in Pokemon history.
Guys, make sure, if this is your first TSN, make sure you message Dios Koopa Checkout and with your email address to get started. There are real people behind that account right now. They're all sitting in the back and doing their best to get back to all of you. So just make sure you message Dios Koopa Checkout with your email address and whatever you want. And with these keychains, make sure you be kind of specific. Maybe over-describe them even, because there's a whole lot of them that are pretty similar. We want to make sure that you get exactly what you want.
Down here we have some Splatoon weaponry. Pretty awesome, right, guys? And over here, the Latent Catriel new game. This one just is coming out on Switch any second now. It's already been released on the 3DS and on phones, but this is the continuation of the Latent series. This is the new star here, Catriel, and this is her pal and a talking dog that sounds like ridiculous.
Yeah, that dog sounds pretty not good.
All right, down here we have a ton of Dragon Ball characters. I know the names of every single one of these, and so does Kelsey.
Oh, yeah?
So
okay.
Here we have Android 69. We got a super duper Saiyan Brawly over here.
Saiyan.
We got a dead child. We got a Gogeta. Yeah, I don't know. We got all sorts of cool dudes.
And all this is officially licensed merchandise imported from Japan. They're all really high quality. Only $5. Normally these would be in like gachapon machines. You'd put in your dollars into a machine
Now
and you get a
this
random
out.
one.
You confuse these two boys. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
You
Can
have to get
you take
both
Trunks.
of them.
I'll take Goku.
Okay. You
There
do
you go.
have to get both of them because otherwise you're a monster. All kinds
Oh
of
my
awesome,
gosh, look at
high
this
quality.
guy. He needs a straitjacket. He's so powerful.
Who is that, Cody?
That's Raditz. All right, down here we have some pretty cute. I don't know, Kelsey. You describe. These are more
so
your
this
thing.
This is called Decora. It's a cute little thing in Japan. They basically make all of these adorable, mostly food-related things with just like bows and stars and hearts and all kinds of cute stuff on it. There's probably someone in your life that loves cute things that would love these. I love this rainbow one. It's got some stars in it. This is definitely the best of the bunch, though. This adorable blue jelly.
Looks like there's something in the middle.
Yeah, it's got some stars, some sparkly little stars in there.
Cute.
This is definitely one where you're going to want to be specific. Describe it in detail because they all are pretty similar. You know, there's two different donuts. I really like this one right here, this kind of parfait with a little moon on it. These are really, really cute. Again, all $5, all imported from Japan. Can't find stuff like this in America usually. A cute little cupcake. We've got a rainbow cake right here. This is like an Alice in Wonderland inspired dessert right here. Got this really cute strawberry parfait.
All right, I'm good with this cute stuff. I want to see something.
Well, wait, what about
awesome.
the Kirby's? Let's see
Like
the Kirby's
Meta
real
Knight.
quick. We got Meta Knight, and on the back it's
Reflects
got
my soul.
his little like logo or whatever. We got Waddle Dee with a cute Waddle Dee on the back. And then all of these Kirby's right here, see they all have different Kirby images on the back. Really cute. Only $5 tonight, all imported from Japan. And of course King DDD. Not a whole lot of DDD merchandise out there, so that's kind of a cool one.
Over here, a couple Kirby clips, and these are only $3. Use them to clip papers together. I have used these in the past to clip onto my lanyards when I'm at like conventions and stuff.
Cute.
They add some cute flair to that. Over here, we have a ton of these rubber Pokemon keychains, and these ones are obviously waterproof, which is pretty nice. They're pretty resistant to damage, you know. That's always a concern with your keychains.
And oh my god, if you don't get a Alolan Doug Trio, I don't know what you're doing with your life. It's so fabulous. When are you going to see that and also Combi merchandise? Like, when are you going to see Combi merchandise again?
I hope always, because it's adorable.
All right,
I'll
this
go
is the
through
real craziness over
real
here.
Real quick.
We'll do kind of a quick pass through on all of this stuff. You saw some of these at the International District Store. Again, if you guys are just joining us, make sure you message DS Koopa Checkout with your email address to get started. Anything we show you tonight, you can buy. You can buy it here from Pink Gorilla Games in Seattle, Washington, where we've got the finest, high-quality Japanese import merchandise. And not import merchandise, too, but that's what we're looking at right now.
Yeah,
All
exactly,
kinds of animals.
Kelsey.
We
These
have
are-
like so many colors of unicorns. Definitely make sure you let us know exactly which one. Like we got this pink one that's all pink, and then we got a pink one with a blue horn.
Whoa.
So be specific. Let us know which one you want.
I love the softness of these cube dogs. They're ridiculous, but also just so soft.
And they're square. The cubes.
Down here, adorable flamingo on vacation.
Are you saying he's on vacation because he's got a flower in his hair?
Yeah.
Okay, alright. I'll take it. This is one of my favorites right here. This is
I love
octopus. One of
Adorable.
the best. And down here, oh my gosh, these are normally $7 because they're pretty big and pretty complex. But holy crap, these little cupcake dogs. The cutest. They're only $5 tonight.
All right, Kels. Thanks so much for your recommendations. If you have a lovely lady in your life, Kelsey recommends buying all of them. They're only $5 a
It's not
piece.
just for ladies. Men can like cute stuff too.
Okay.
It's not cultured.
Only $5 each, no matter what you saw over there. $5 a piece. Keep it simple. All right, guys. We're back over at the video games. Welcome. We have Japanese Nintendo 64 games here. Then we'll get on to the American ones. These ones can play on your 64 with a modification or a Game Shark. So,
Yeah, so these aren't going to
bad.
work in your US system right away, but they're pretty easy to modify. If you want to do it yourself, we do sell the screwdriver you need for it. It's only $5. It's a 4.5 millimeter game bit to get inside your N64. Take out those little plastic tabs that are preventing you from playing these Japanese games. But yeah, let's check these out. Oh, I want to highlight this one real quick. This is a great one to give to your crush. Because this game is called Let's Smash.
every time, Kelsey. All right, over here we have Bomberman Hero. Goemon, Harvest Moon 2. This is just Harvest Moon 64. The Harvest Moon 1 is on SNES. Down here, Human Grand Prix, a race of powerful humans. What's this? Oh, Denshide Go! That's a Japan exclusive one. And actually, fun fact, you can use Denshide Go with the N64 voice recognition unit.
Well, that
Now,
one actually.
I was going to say that. Don't even actually me, young lady. So this is kind of interesting. Most accessories, like all these controllers here, regardless of region, they will work. Whether it's a Japanese controller, it'll work anywhere. That is the one accessory for the Nintendo 64 that is region locked. It has a chip inside that recognizes a couple American phrases, and the Japanese one has one that recognizes a couple Japanese phrases. So you can't actually use it on Denshide Go. You'll need to get your own Japanese voice recognition unit. But Denshide Go, though, hey, train simulator, pretty cool. You okay?
Yeah, my shoe just broke.
Oh.
All right, keep going through this list here. Now, some of these, it's pretty cool. We said before in earlier sections, you can get some of these games for a lot cheaper if you go with the Japanese versions. Something like Smash Brothers, you're going to save some money. Actually, I'm going to highlight Smash Brothers for a second because this one, other than the title screen and the trophies, is 100% in English. I don't know why, but it is. So that's a good one. I love this one right here. This is actually Turok, but in Japan it's called Violence Killer. This is one of the few that's actually more expensive in Japan, but it's called Violence Killer. I don't even know what that means. Is it like a killer that's violent, or is it someone that's killing violence? Are they getting rid of violence? It's a great title. Down here we've got another exclusive, Wonder Project J. The Zeldas are quite a bit cheaper, as you can see. That's Majora's Mask for only $10 for the Japanese one. And Ocarina of Time for only $15. Again, of course, these are all going to be in Japanese.
Wonder Project J is pretty interesting.
What was that?
Wonder Project Day, I said on accident. Wonder Project J2 is pretty interesting because it is one of the few N64 games that uses pixel art, and it looks fantastic. However, it is very difficult to play. It is a point-and-click adventure. Anywho, welcome, guys, to our American N64 section. We have amazing titles here tonight that you're going to love. Let's get started with Wayne Gretzky's 3D Hockey, complete in box. Oh my goodness, that box looks fantastic. All right, 1080 Snowboarding. Fun fact, probably the least creative game that Shigeru Miyamoto ever made, but he was the director on 1080 Snowboarding. Still a fun game. Did a good job. It's just like, Mario, Pikmin, all this imaginative stuff, and then snowboarding.
All right, we've got a bunch of new people in here right now, so I want to take a minute just to re-welcome everybody to the Twitch Home Shopping Network. Welcome to Pink Gorilla Games in Seattle, Washington. Tonight is your chance to purchase anything you see here on stream. Just message the account DS Koopa Checkout with your email address to get started. We will eventually send you an invoice. We got a team of real people back there who are doing their best to respond to all the messages. If you see any awesome games tonight, these are all cleaned, tested, working, ready to go. They can be yours.
Hey, GoldenEye Total Classic, and we have 2 copies.
Wow.
I know that'll
That's
be
still not
highly
enough
in
for all
demand.
the requests we're going to get for it, I'm sure.
I'm sure Jet Force Gemini was a total blast. We also have Killer Instinct Gold, one of the few fighting games on the N64. We got Superman 64, a challenge for real gamers. If you consider yourself a powerful gamer, a top-tier gamer, you will try Superman 64. We got Pilot Wings. Interesting fun fact about Pilot Wings, every version is a launch title on its respective console.
That's true. Super Nintendo, N64, and 3DS, all launch titles for those systems.
Down here, Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Snap, some games I really loved playing as a kid. I still go back and play Pokemon Snap occasionally. It's a nice, short burst of fun. Resident Evil 2 on the 64. I can't even believe that exists, quite honestly. But it came out great. Down here, Wave Race, another one I played a ton of. Scars, didn't you say there's something interesting about this?
Oh, it's like Mario Kart.
Oh, great.
But with, it's generic Mario Kart. It's, like the grocery store brand Mario Kart.
Awesome. And up here we have a ton of controllers, all first-party controllers. Sticks are super tight, super responsive, amazing. We also have third-party brand new ones. I'm sorry, go back.
Oh, no, it's okay. I
What's
just
up?
wanted to point out we have a couple of really cool Japan exclusive ones
Oh,
right now.
awesome.
This $30 one right here is called Clear Red. It's not the Fantastic Watermelon, although it is Fantastic Watermelon on the top. It's clear on the back. That is a Japanese exclusive color. We actually have a couple of those right now. That's pretty interesting. Also, this is weird, but this is also a Japanese exclusive color. Gray on the back, black on the front. That came bundled with Mario Kart 64 in Japan. It's not a super exciting exclusive color, but, you know.
We also have a clear... Oh, nope. That's clear on the... black on the front, clear on the back. Never mind. I thought it was the smoke one. Awesome. All right, let's continue on to, I think, everyone's favorite, probably, the Game Gear.
Game Gear. Oh,
The
yeah, this
Game
is
Gear
always
here.
the most poppin' section for sure.
Amazing. 5-in-1 fun pack. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, that's $1 per game. That's great.
What a steal.
What a great
Here
deal.
we have Aladdin. I recently just beat this on Sega Genesis. It's probably exactly the same.
You actually just beat it on the Nintendo Switch, Cody.
Oh, whatever. Here we have Chuck Rock, Gearworks, Clutch Hitter. We got a lot of columns.
A lot of
Anyone needs any columns?
Well, we got a rare Game Gear game right
Defenders of Oasis. Okay, all right. Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. Again, this is just Puyo Puyo, but a great version of it. I loved it. Here we have NBA Jam, Mortal Kombat 2. Some awesome games popping out at me right now. Holy cow, it's Home Alone. Awesome. And Power Rangers down here. Got Poker Face Paul's Blackjack and Poker Face Paul's Poker. Obviously the flagship game in the Poker Face Paul series.
there. Solitaire, not so much.
Here, a couple Japanese ones as well. Eternal Legend? What is that? Mado Monogatari? We got Magical Knight Ray. Whoa, what?
Yeah,
What?
Magic Knight Rayearth. There's actually a
Oh.
Magic Knight Rayearth exclusive Game Gear color in Japan. It's a red one.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
We don't have that, unfortunately.
Shanghai, it's just Mahjong. We got Shining Force here. Slam Dunk.
We got Sonic Drift.
Ooh,
That's got a
cool.
new save battery in it.
Do you know Game Gear games use save batteries? Believe it or not. And we have a pretty decent shaped Poker Face Paul's Blackjack over here. Complete in box. Pretty neat.
If you guys are just joining us, you can buy anything we're showing off tonight on this stream. Just message the account DS Koopa Checkout with your email to get started. That's how we're going to invoice you. We've got real people back there behind that account. Might take them a little bit to get back to you, but rest assured we will see your message and you'll get your invoice. Everything is first come, first served, so let us know early if you see anything you want.
That's right, Kelsey. Please be patient with us. It will take a little bit of time to get back to you, unfortunately, but we're going to do our best. We're going to be working around the clock, multiple people, tons of hours. It's going to be fun. Over here we have Aladdin. Again, a game I recently beat on the Switch. That's right, Switch, excuse me. But it was the Genesis version, and I loved it. Much better than the Super Nintendo
How
version.
did you just go past this game that's
Oh.
starring James Pond and the Aquabats?
Oh, I know. James Pond is so cool.
Yeah, what's the Aquabats? The Aquabats are playing here in Seattle in a couple days. I don't think I'm going to be done with invoicing to go see them, but that's okay.
Down here we got Beauty and the Beast, Roar of the Beast. Oh, Fun and Games. That one was kind of fun. Oh, a Garfield game. Pretty cool. I'm sure all of you are waiting on a big game next week, coming out same day as Death Stranding, so he doesn't have a chance, but it's a Garfield card.
Oh, well, that's a way bigger title than Death Stranding.
Exactly. I feel bad for Death Stranding.
Yeah.
Got to go up against Garfield. We got Lion King here as well. NBA Jam. Got to have it. A couple, obviously you're going to see a lot of sports games on the Genesis. That was kind of their thing, but we got a couple of the exclusives, like Sonic the Hedgehog 3. As he continues to say nothing. We got more Sonic games coming soon. There we go. Sonic 3D Blast, Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic 2, and Sonic 3.
And real quick, let's show off the Genesis accessories.
Oh,
as well, 'cause
absolutely.
we actually do have a lot of first-party Genesis controllers right now. Just 3-button ones. Don't have any 6-button ones right now. But we've got those. Again, everything you see here has been cleaned and tested We make sure it works before we send it to you. If you guys see anything you'd like tonight, just message DS Koopa Checkout with your email address and send us a list. Be specific. We do have some Genesis games, for instance, in the box as well as the cartridge version. So you might want to let us know that you want the cartridge version, or the price you saw it at or something, so that we can get you the right one. We don't over or undercharge you or get you the one that you're not looking for.
All these here Genesis games, if it is a priority to you, that it does, if it's a deal breaker rather, if it comes with the manual or not, please be sure to message us. I would say the majority of these do include the manual, but just in case, we don't want to disappoint anybody. So be specific. If you say, oh my god, I gotta have that Sonic 2, let us know if not having a manual is a deal breaker, and we will be sure to check that beforehand. Down here we have some Master System complete in box games over here. Ooh, looking good. These have pretty interesting covers. Let's see if I can find it. Do we have wrestling? Oh, here it is.
Oh,
so
that's
here
the
we
best
have
cover.
Pro Wrestling. Pretty boring cover until you get here. Whoa, is that a headless man wrestling his own head?
That's what it appears to be.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Over
This
here.
is our
This
very,
is our very sad
very impressive Saturn
and
and Sega
Sega
CD.
CD section. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, we get these games traded in, but then the collectors for those just swoop in immediately and buy literally all of them. Doesn't matter if they're sports, doesn't matter if they're terrible.
That's
They're crazy.
true. But we do keep a decent stock of Japanese Sega Saturn games. And these ones are, of course, region locked, unfortunately. But it's not the hardest thing in the world to region unlock your Sega Saturn. Kelsey, would you show off some of these Japan import Sega Saturn games? And I think after this, let's break up. Let's break everything up.
Let's break up. We're married.
Let's
we can't
break-
do that.
We'll break up the flow and go check out the rare case. So stay tuned,
Ooh,
everybody.
all
We're going
right.
to check out the killer rare case right after this.
Now, with a section like this, when we're in the Japanese games, I know that you might not know the exact title, but if you're interested in anything here, just do your best to describe exactly what it is you're looking at, and the price is really helpful too. Like if you say, in the first row, the $7 game with the anime girls, I'll get you. We got Dragon Force. You guys might have seen we had a disc-only copy of the U.S. Dragon Force over at the International District Store in that rare case. Well, there it is for a whole heck of a lot cheaper, complete. Saturn did quite a bit better in Japan, which is understatement of the year. It looks like right now we don't have any first-party Saturn controllers, but we do have these pretty decent third-party ones. They're not quite as nice as the original ones, but they'll definitely get the job done. And again, the Saturn is region locked. However, you just need an Action Replay cartridge and then it'll play both. This is a really cool cover. Soldner's Child. I don't know anything about that game, but it sure looks cool. And again, guys, if you are just joining us, first of all, welcome to the Final Twitch Home Shopping Network. And second of all, everything you're seeing tonight is available for purchase. Just whisper DS Koopa Checkout with your email address to get started. We are going to invoice you guys as fast as we possibly can. Could take a little bit. Alright, we have a couple of loose American Saturn games here. I'll show those off real quick. Daytona USA. This was a pack-in, so that's actually the whole package there. We got Hexen. This is the cheapest Saturn game in the whole world, guys. A $2 Saturn game. Disc-only copy of NFL Quarterback Club 96. Night Warriors. Disc-only, that's not too bad. Romance of Three Kingdoms 4. Virtua Cop. Another pack-in. Virtua Fighter. Couple of copies of World Series Baseball 2. And Worldwide Soccer. The Saturn stuff tends to go pretty quick, but this is what we got.
All right, Kelsey, you ready to check out some rare games?
Am I?
All right.
Let's do it.
Let's check out the rare games case, guys. I know you already saw the rare games case at the International District Store. We saw the console case here, but now we're going to be checking out the rare games here at the University District Store and also our handheld consoles. So let's get started. And I'd like to preface this just a little bit and say that not necessarily all of these are rare. For example, Super Smash Bros. Melee is the least rare GameCube game. However, it's a little more high value, so we put it in our rare case. So.
Yeah, definitely one of, if not the most sought after GameCube game consistently. We sell out of this constantly.
That's right.
Always ask for. All right, let's start at the very top here. We have some pretty rare NES games.
Yo, you got Battletoads?
Well, we got Battletoads Double Dragon.
Hell yeah, we do.
We've got Mighty Final Fight, which is definitely a hard one to find. That one's in great shape, too.
Oh, yeah.
And another copy of Stack Up. Not very often we have 2 copies of the same rare game, but occasionally it happens.
Mystical Ninja starring Goemon with a little bit of fading on the front cover here, unfortunately, but still a very fun game nonetheless.
Got a couple of boxed Super Nintendo games here. I don't really know why this one is in the case. This is actually just the game and the box itself. If that's something that you guys, we try to let you know for everything if it's not complete, but we may miss some of them. So if that's a deal breaker, just make sure you let us know.
Here we have Mario RPG Legend of the Sevens. Oh my goodness! Would you like to say the title?
Try again. That's Super Mario RPG Legend of the 7 Stars. And
Thank
again,
you.
this has a new save battery in it. We did solder in a brand new battery, so your save file will last you a long time. These are all cleaned and tested.
We also make sure that all of them are legitimate. That's been a big problem lately, is a lot of Nintendo products are on the secondhand market being sold as, fakes, rip-offs, counterfeits. It's ridiculous. And we make sure to not sell any of that stuff. We are very, very, very strict on that matter. Over here, Biometal for the Super Nintendo. And these appear to be just kind of in, random order, It's just wherever we feel like they fit well. Breath of Fire 4, this one here. All of the discs are in perfect condition, not joking. We have a top-of-the-line disc resurfacer to make sure that every single game that comes through here is in the best shape you could imagine. Here we have Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon, and it looks like that does have the manual as well.
All right.
Very cool. We got Super Smash Bros. Melee and Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess for the GameCube. And
the Ocarina of Time and Master Quest bonus disc. That one's got the manual. Do these all have the manual? Let's see. Got the manual. I know that's a thing that could be a deal breaker for some of you guys, and that one's got the
Melee
manual
not as much, but it has it anyway. Who cares? Over here, Parasite Eve 2, one that I really would like to re-explore. If you like Resident Evil, but you want a little bit more magic powers in your Resident Evil, try Parasite Eve 2. It's awesome. Legend of Heroes here, and this is actually a sealed version.
So normally that game's quite a bit cheaper, but, sealed stuff can tend to be more expensive. This is what I want to point out. This is a limited run title, I believe. Oh, no, I'm sorry. This is an IM 8-bit title. Limited release of What Remains of Edith Finch, which was a very popular, originally digital-only game, and then they printed a limited amount of copies. This is a legit seal. Some PS4 games just were like this.
They just look like crap.
Yeah, they look awful, and I'm sorry. That is a legit seal, though. That's just with a few of those limited run type companies. They had a couple releases that had that terrible seal on it.
Here we have... Can you hold this for me?
Sure.
Here we have Super Spy Hunter, a game that we get so infrequently, I honestly forgot it even exists. But here we have it complete in the original box, and let's double check that actually to make sure. Here we have the cartridge in really great condition. Dust cover and no manual, unfortunately.
Does it have the styrofoam?
It does have the
All right, we got styrofoam, boys.
Baby.
We got styrofoam.
Let's check out Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse here. $100. Win a trip to Dracula's home. What? Okay, cool. Interesting. This has a nice plastic box to keep this whole thing safe. And I would like to point this out as well, folks, just real quick before I continue. This might kind of upset people. You see the sticker on the box, but we actually make a point to put on our sticker on a sticky note, so it does not leave any residue whatsoever on the box. It comes off just as easily as you just saw me do twice here. So don't worry about that at all. All of these are nice and safe.
All right, our viewers keep growing, so I just want to keep reminding people, if you are new, first of all, welcome to the Twitch Home Shopping Network, where you can buy anything we're showing off on stream tonight from Pink Gorilla Games here in Seattle, Washington. We will ship anywhere in the world. Just make sure you message the account DS Koopa Checkout with your email address to get started. We're going to send all of the invoices there. Be patient. If you don't hear back from them, it's okay. We did get your message. We'll get you. This one is totally complete. That's beautiful.
That's as good as it gets, really.
Yeah.
Let's see the label on the NES cartridge here. Ooh, little itty-bitty bit of coming up on the bottom right corner, but hardly anything. This is as good as it gets, folks. Here, I'll put this back later. Let's continue along to the other side over here.
All right. We are going to head over to the second side of the rare case here. And look at all of these NES games. We got a lot of boxed NES games recently. Not all of these are crazy expensive.
I'm not going to stop to check the manual and whatnot of every single one of these. But again, if that is something you're concerned about, please message DS Koopa Checkout and let them know. And we can make sure to check before we send it out to you.
Yeah. If, for instance, you only want this game if it's got the manual, just say, hey, I'm interested in this game, but only if it's got the manual. No problem.
These are just in such good condition.
Yeah.
It is insane. Shadowgate. Oh, I love this. I was talking about point-and-click adventures on the NES earlier. Shadowgate, Deja Vu, Uninvited. Great triplet trilogy. Here we have Wild Arms Alter Code F again. This is a rare game, but it is mostly that price because it is sealed.
It's sealed.
This is a big collector's item here.
Also, I want to point out, this is an internal copy. That circle right there that's missing out of the UPC, that means it's a Sony employee.
Ooh, busted. Here we have Project Justice for the Sega Dreamcast. Unfortunately, just the disc, but we do differentiate the price based on just being the disc or having the box, etc. Dark Savior here for the Sega Saturn, and we are very, very familiar with disc rot. We always make sure, no holes whatsoever. This is in good working condition. Here we have a very uncommon one. This one is called Banishing Racer for the original Game Boy. $120.
Yeah, super rare, super expensive, Japanese exclusive Game Boy game. Also really fun, unfortunately. I'm sorry. You might actually want this game. It's a car platformer.
It is the earliest game I've ever played with a dash mechanic. So you can jump and dash in the air, which is like kind of standard everywhere now, but... so this comes... Oh, this is great. F1 Race comes with the 4-player adapter, which is awesome because F1 Race is one of the few games where it's like 4-player adapter, easy, because that game is like $5 or less. Like F1 Race is super cheap. So you can actually
I think we even have some Japanese copies of that are even cheaper.
Yeah, you can you can actually put that together and get a 4-player Game Boy session going. Here we have Dino Crisis on Dreamcast sealed. Amazing. Medieval, didn't they just remake this?
Medieval?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
It's pretty
But
cool.
if you want the OG...
Here we have Thunder Force 5 for the Japanese Sega Saturn. Brave Fencer Musashi. Game only, no bonus demo CD or manual, unfortunately. Over here we have Grandia. Mr. Mosquito. Pretty quirky, strange title.
That one's definitely gone up in price in the last year or two. Is that a second copy of Alundra? That's weird.
Oh, we have Alundra, yes.
It's very odd.
Sealed copy of Colin McRae Rally 2.0 and Street Fighter Alpha. Plus Alpha. This one also is an internal copy, as you can see from that punch out there, that circle. They do that when they sell to the people who worked on the game originally, typically. Over here, I don't know why this is in there, but we have Super Mario All-Stars, the Wii version. Class of Heroes 2. Does this come with Class of Heroes 2? It does. Oh. Certificate of Perspicity? Am I stupid?
I have no idea.
What on earth does that say? Well, you get a certificate, and Clash of Heroes 2 here appears to be sealed. Yeah.
It's another one of those stupid seals, but it is a legit seal.
And then Resident Evil Outbreak sealed. Now let's go check out some more games right around this corner, and then we'll go check out our handheld consoles.
This is mostly the import area of our rare case. That's not totally true, but a lot of stuff over here is imports. We do have some kind of expensive import Vita games. We've got an official Nintendo Switch dock.
Here we have Dynasty Warriors Empires, which is the strategy version of Dynasty Warriors. It keeps all of the characters you know and love from the Dynasty Warriors series, which are actual people from history in the most part, and makes a strategy game out of it. It's pretty fun. Got a Chrono Trigger official soundtrack. Over here, this this hurts my eyes to look at, honestly. It's quite cute, but it burns my brain. Look at this. Can you make sense of any of this back cover here? It's completely up to you. It's called Pre-Pada All Idol Perfect Stage, which I'm not the best at Japanese, but I think it means Princess Paradise. All Idol, whatever stage. We got Fate Extella Link here for the Japanese Vita. The Legend of Heroes 1 and 2. Is that... Oh, that's just the game, yeah. Space Griffin. What is this? Power Instinct for the... is that PlayStation 2? Yes. Samurai Showdown 2 for the Neo Geo.
This one's interesting. So the Sega Dreamcast has 2 different iterations of the VMU, 2 different seal types. This is the launch seal. This is what they looked like when the Dreamcast first came out. Oh, where are you going?
Here's what they look like later.
So you can see there's a price difference just because this is sort of the more, if you're into sealed accessories and that sort of thing, this is the more sought after one because it's older, harder to find. They didn't make as many. We've got one expensive MSX game here.
Space Manbo?
Yeah.
Okay.
We do have some Famicom Disk System games here. These aren't necessarily rare. In fact, I don't think any of them are expensive. We just kind of didn't have room on the wall for them. And with these Japanese games, if you're not sure of the title, it's totally okay. Just do your best in describing what it is. Usually, tell us the price and then describe its location and the cover.
I want the Famicom game with the cool guy on the cover.
Well, it says Mr. Gold on that one, so I hope you can read.
Readings for nerds.
Okay.
Over here we got Summer Memories 4 Plus. This is a PlayStation VR game, apparently. Looks a little spooky based on the Japanese text, but I know nothing about that one, unfortunately. Over here we have what is this? Asterisk Festa Hoka Kenren Limited Edition.
Yeah.
Do you know? I know you like Vita stuff.
No clue.
Okay, how about this one? Phantom Breaker.
Phantom Breakers. This is a limited run collector's edition.
Do you know what's inside of it?
The game Phantom Breakers.
Anything else?
I haven't played it. I'm sorry.
Let me guess. Art book, collector's, or soundtrack?
Yeah, probably something along those lines.
All right, here we got Senran Kagura Estival Versus.
Endless Summer Edition.
Which comes with a soundtrack and cards and an art book. Over here, if you could hold this for 1 second.
Yeah.
We have Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. This is the Xbox One Limited Edition Kickstarter Backer Edition. It includes a soundtrack, poster, keychain, pins, decal, exclusive slipcover. That's what you're seeing right here, and that is beautiful. This is the Xbox One version, which I imagine is quite uncommon.
Yeah, that's probably far more rare than the other versions, just because most people do not order collector's editions on Xbox One. It's a less common console.
We got the original soundtrack here, which is sealed, of course. Hold on, I will open that up in a second. Over here, you can see... Hold on, how do I get inside of this? Oh my goodness. There it goes. Here we are with the decal, pin, little pin as well, and a keychain here.
Cool.
Very neat.
Cool stuff.
And then lastly, a poster, which I don't want to open. It's in perfect condition, so I don't want to mess with that at all. All right, Kels, why don't we check out the handheld consoles?
All right. We just restocked this as much as we possibly could before this stream so that hopefully you guys, anyone who wants a Game Boy Color can get one. I know this is going to be a popular section.
Here we have, first off, a Japanese 3DS, which is cool to get because the 3DS is region locked. So if you want to play Japanese 3DS games, this is the only way to do it.
And there are a lot of exclusives, so if you're into that sort of thing, you will want a Japanese 3DS.
Here we have a 3DS XL for only $100. Of course, these are all updated again, reformatted, and come with a charger.
Now this one I do want to point out, it's got some damage on the top of it, so if that's a deal breaker for you, just want to point that out. These will all come with a charger, they've all been tested, and like Cody said, updated.
We have a DSi here, which is cool. It just plays DS games. The neat thing about the DSi in the past was it could access a store. It could no longer. But here, the more desirable, DS Lite. Can play Game Boy Advance games and DS games. Pretty awesome. We also have that in white as well as pink. And one of the original DSs. Look at the difference there. This guy's a little more chunky.
Yeah, he's pretty chunky.
Here we have a Game Boy Advance for $40. We have a bunch of Game Boy Advances for $40.
Now, Cody, I want to point out something kind of funny with this one. You guys might be like, a clear orange one? I've never seen that. Well, this is actually a sun-damaged fuchsia pink one. You can sort of see on the back there's some areas that are still
See, it's
kind of pink.
there.
But this is
Under the
just
battery cover. What's the battery cover?
Oh, there you go. There's the pink. It's a really cool looking color. I still think it's awesome. But yeah, this was originally a pink Game Boy Advance. This is not a color you've never heard of. It's just sun damage.
It's aged. That's the word. It's aged.
It's vintage.
Over here we have Glacier, the kind of standard Game Boy Advance everyone knows and loves. We got some original Game Boys here, also known as the DMG. We got some Wonder Swans here.
We got two Wonder Swans. We got the metallic blue, and we've got the sherbet, green sherbet flavor.
And then down here we got a ton of Game Boy colors for your pleasure. Freaking Kiwi. Best color ever made.
Kiwi's pretty good.
Whew. Oh, Atomic Purple. I guess I'd have to give it to Atomic Purple. And then Kiwi. And then Berry. And then that's all.
Skipping right over teal, huh?
Teal's alright.
All of these, again, are tested and working. We'll replace the screens on them if they're bad. You know, we really do our best to make sure that you're getting a good product, as good as it can possibly be after so many years.
That's right, Kels. Now, why don't we take this time to go over to the Dreamcast section?
Dreamcast. We've never sold Dreamcast on the Twitch Home Shopping Network before.
That's right. It's the last one ever, so we want to provide everything we can to you folks. An opportunity we usually hold off on. We'll start with the Japanese Dreamcast games. We got Climax Landers, Cosmic Party, Cold Sept, July. Whoa, how exciting. Marvel vs. Capcom, though.
Yeah.
Whew. What a deal. Monaco Grand Prix, we got Princess Holiday, Pro Yaku Team Tsukuro. That means let's build a pro baseball team.
Cute.
Seventh Cross, we got Shenmue.
And again, the Dreamcast is region locked. It's a pretty easy region lock to get around. There's, discs you can burn to do all of that, but it is region locked to begin with. You guys can probably see why we don't normally do Dreamcast during Twitch Home Shopping Network. This is our entire Dreamcast section right here.
They
we do
sell
have a
out
couple.
very quickly.
Yeah, we do have a couple of pretty cool ones. We've got Shenmue. We've got King of Fighters.
Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah, disc only.
Whole lot of sports.
Whole lot of sports.
Yeah, all the
Yep.
Dreamcast games, pretty much Sega, Dreamcast, and Saturn, those games sell out very, 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 very quickly at their stores.
All right, that's our Dreamcast section. Where are we going to now, Cody?
We're going to head on over to the accessory section briefly.
All right.
This is a section I completely forgot to cover last time. My mistake. But we do, again, just want to reiterate, we have every accessory you could possibly need, pretty much.
Every normal accessory. We
Yes.
don't have ROBs. We don't have super scopes necessarily. I mean, I don't know. If you see it, we have it. If you don't see it, if it's a power cord or a video cable or a controller, we probably have it.
Absolutely. Brand new PS4 controllers up here. They're $55. We have used, clean, tested PS3 controllers for $30 and $28 as well. $28 without the rumble, that is. And the PS3 controller, it's very common for these things to go bad. You're probably finding it kind of difficult to find them. That's something we repair all the time. Like, if you've ever pressed your PS3 controller and it does random inputs, that's something we fix.
It's
We're
also
very aware
something
of.
that's bootlegged extremely often.
Yes,
with
and
basically
we do check for that.
Yeah,
so do not worry.
That's something you'll see all over Amazon, all over Newegg. You'll probably see, some brand new PS3 controllers listed cheaper than you'd think they would be. And, they still look pretty official. Sometimes they work fine, but yeah, we make sure that they are all official, actual Sony brand ones here.
Absolutely. Standard stuff like power cables, AV, extension cords, and more. Here we have Xbox One controllers, just a couple used ones at $45, some brand new ones at $55. I always say, I don't know, I personally, even from a store like us that goes above and beyond to make sure everything is 100% good to go, I still always like to take mine brand new as far as accessories go. So we have those controllers available if you want them. But if you want to save a couple bucks, we got the controllers as well. We have 360 controllers, all cleaned and tested again. Those ones that you don't have the option to buy brand new for. A couple Xbox original controllers over here. And then, of course, all the wacky accessories the Xbox uses, including a Kinect TV stand. Why not?
Cool.
Everything.
Brand new.
If you think of it, we probably have it. All right. Right over here, we have our Nintendo section. Up there at the top, we have Joy-Cons in pink and green, my personal favorite. That's what I use at home. Matches the store colors. We also have red, blue, gray, etc. We even have some used Joy-Cons, believe it or not. And some Wii U Pro controllers, a whole bunch of those. That is my favorite controller ever. It is incredible.
It is a pretty good controller.
The battery lasts like 80 hours, super ergonomic, everything works awesome.
We've got some Wiimotes as well. You'll see a difference in price here. The $12 ones are official Nintendo ones. These $20 ones are ones with the Wii Motion Plus built in on the inside. Unfortunately, as we move down to GameCube, we do not have any first-party GameCube controllers in stock. We do as much as we can to keep those in stock, but man, do those fly off the shelf. So we do have some brand new third-party ones. We have a couple used third-party ones. Those are clean and tested. And then we have one lone Wavebird. Does have the receiver, of course. It is cleaned and tested. That is our only first-party one right now. We got some memory cards, all kinds down here. Some are very cheap. Some, like the official 1,000 block ones, are a little bit more expensive. All kinds of accessories. Even the balance board risers, if you need those.
Literally anything. All right, Kelsey, why don't we head on over to the PlayStation... Oh, I got a fun idea.
What's that?
You want to hit the special? Special number 3?
What's special number 3?
Ultra deal number 3, folks. What do you think of that, Kelsey?
You do whatever you want.
All right, folks, welcome to our disc-only wall. This is your chance for the most incredible deal besides Luigi's Mansion. All of these discs here on the wall, clean, tested, perfect condition. 50% off tonight only.
Now, I want to be really clear. This is the disc-only wall. Only things on this wall qualify for the 50% off. If you saw a disc-only Dreamcast game, sorry, that doesn't count. Disc-only PS1 game doesn't count. It is just the ones that you're going to see from here to here, PS2, PS3, original Xbox, 360, Wii,
PS4, we got
the
Hello
one
Neighbors.
PS4 game, the couple Wii U games up there, the couple Xbox One games. But if you see it on this wall, it's 50% off. Now, if you are just joining us, welcome to the Twitch Home Shopping Network. If you would like to buy anything
that
on this
clock
wall
tower
here,
for only $10.
gosh. Oh,
Again,
that's-
I'd like to
that
point
is
out this is
crazy.
50% off, so that is a $10 clock tower 3.
Wow.
Yeah. Whoa.
If you are just joining us, make sure if you find anything you want here, just whisper the account DS Koopa Checkout with your email address to get started. That's how we're going to invoice you. There's real people responding to those messages right now. We're getting literally hundreds and hundreds of messages, so they may not get back to you right away. But rest assured, if you message DS Koopa Checkout, we will get back to you. We'll get you as much of what you order as we possibly can. It is all first come, first served. What you see out here is what we got. So if you see anything awesome, which I'm seeing a whole heck of a lot of awesome, especially if it's 50% off, Tales of the Abyss, like one of my favorite JRPGs of all time, for $7.50.
Whoa.
That's stupid. That's not okay, Cody. Shut the whole thing down. This is not okay.
We got Tsugunai Atonement. Raiden 3 for only
Whoa.
$9.
Oh my god.
Ratchet and Clank for $2.50. Beautiful Joe for $4. This is crazy, Kelsey.
Yeah, this is
we gotta
a really good looking.
we gotta
disc
shut
only
this
wall.
down. It's too good. It's too good.
You're being too nice, Cody. Too many deals.
Right over here, we got our PS3 games. Already with us, you don't need to worry about your games being scratched. We make sure they're all clean. We got an awesome top-of-the-line resurfacer to make them look perfect, but even less so with the PS3 disc with that nice scratch-resistant covering. We also provide some sort of protection when we send these in to you, just so you have something to store it in at home. Only 50 cents for Buzz Quiz World. Whoa.
Well, you do need the controllers for that.
Well,
There's
it's 50
special
cents.
controller.
It's a great coaster.
Yeah, 50 cents for a coaster? That's not bad.
You got The Last of Us for only $2.50. Get caught up right before The Last of Us 2 launch next year, I think. Dragon Ball Z Burst Limit for only $5. Over onto the Nintendo Wii U section. Not a big section, but we got Mario Maker for $7.50 and Wonderful 101 for only $6. Wonderful 101, a super unique title. I would be shocked if it ever comes to Switch. It might be something that just dies on the Wii U forever, so maybe pick that one up and check it out. Here we have a bunch of Wii games. Furu Furu Park for only $2. GoldenEye
hard
Delta.
one to find for how cheap it is too. Wii is actually a great thing to start collecting for right now. Nintendo console that's cheap.
Mario Party 8 for only $10.
That is a steal. Mario Power Tennis for $4. Okami for $4.
Whew. SSX Blur for $2. Super Paper Mario for $5. All right, over here to the Xbox One games we have here at the top. Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Shadow of Mordor is pretty darn fun.
And again, guys, just this wall that we're showing off right now, all of this only is going to be 50% off. This is the only wall it applies to. All of this stuff you're seeing right now, these disc-only games, are 50% off. Message DS Koopa checkout with your email, and whatever you see that you want to get started, we'll try to make sure that we can get you exactly what you want. Items are on a first-come, first-served basis, so do it quick.
Hitman. I've been wanting to go back and play these. I've been making a point to go back and play PS2 games. Of course, Xbox is basically just like high graphics PS2, right? With the exception of the exclusives. Hitman 2 Silent Assassin, that would be a really cool one to go back to. For only $1.50. Dang. Crash
It's all
Twin
for
Sanity.
$1.
Yeah.
That's
And that
Shut it
is an
down,
Xbox exclusive as well. Very good one. Digimon World 4. Excuse me. All right, over here we got the Xbox 360 games. Final Fantasy 13 for only $2. Oh my gosh, you could play the whole Final Fantasy 13 trilogy for, hold on, what is math? $6.50.
I was just going to let you struggle.
We have this bizarre title here. It's basically Super Smash Brothers with Cartoon Network characters, but it doesn't quite play 1/10 as well. Here we have BioShock, and this one actually does work on the Xbox One as well. Let's see, as well as
does
Modern
Left 4
Warfare
Dead
2
2.
and Left 4 Dead 2.
It's only $4 for that game.
Jeez.
That's ridiculous.
Star Ocean Last Hope, one of the few RPGs on the Xbox 360. Oh my gosh, I almost passed Skate 3.
How did you pass?
We have
these
2
through?
copies too, and this works on Xbox One.
And
This-
it's only $4 freaking dollars.
That's amazing. I need that, actually. I'm going to take it.
You're gonna take
I'm
it?
taking one. We only have one available for sale, folks. Fallout 3 down here for only $2.50. Awesome. Whoa.
Ooh.
All right. What else? GameCubes?
All right, so this is crazy, but all of these GameCube games are actually going to be 50% off as well.
Oh, boy.
Because we're insane. So just these disc-only GameCube games, 50% off. This is the last part of the disc-only wall that qualifies for that 50% off deal. Anything you see here, 50% off of GameCube games is insane. This is the most sought-after system right now. This is the system we
It sure
literally
is.
cannot keep games in stock for.
You're welcome, everybody.
You're welcome. We love you.
All right, Kels. That concludes our disc-only section. Thank you so much for joining us on that ride. So from now on, that 50% deal no longer applies. All right, guys? Let's get started on the PlayStation 1 section.
All right.
All right, guys.
PlayStation 1. And like Cody said, disc-only stuff over here does not count.
Let's get started with Air Combat and Action Base.
Why do you keep saying base?
I don't know. I'm thinking of Base P, I guess. We got Air Combat, Alundra. Whoa!
Look at that.
Is that a third Alundra?
Yeah, but this is like half the price.
Yeah.
So if you don't care about the box, yeah, get that expensive RPG for only $35.
Here's one of my favorites to play, Army Man Air Attack. You are mostly in a helicopter like the whole game, and you like fly around like this shows like on a barbecue or like in a sandbox. I don't know. It's pretty fun. Battle Arena Toshinden. That's pretty good. Colony Wars Command and Conquer.